Hello and welcome to Mystic Maidens, a podcast where we talk about the romance fantasy books that we are reading. This episode, we're going to be covering A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J Maas. And yeah, did I already say my name? My name's Jordan.
My name's Adalia.
I'm Lena.
And Adalia is going to read the synopsis of the book. Oh, spoiler warning. If you haven't read this book, don't watch the podcast. Or you can, but we are going to be going over major spoilers. We're going to go over everything. Nothing will be left unsaid. So Adalia is going to read the synopsis.
There's probably going to be some stuff.
We're actually going to be reading out loud the entire book today. So
yeah,
We're gonna try. Also, if you haven't listened to our episode going over A Court of Thorns and Roses, you should listen to that first and then come back and listen. Okay, so a quick synopsis. We're just gonna run through from the wiki.
yeah,
Mhm,
the wiki
mhm.
fan page.
Best place.
shouts out the
The
Court
Bible.
of Thorns and Roses wiki fan page.
Yes. Exactly. All credit to them for this. Okay. Feyre survived Amarantha's clutches to return to the Spring Court, but at a steep cost. Though she now has the powers of the High Fae, her heart remains human, and it can't forget the terrible deeds she performed to save Tamlin's people. Nor has Feyre forgotten her bargain with Rysand, High Lord of the feared Night Court. As Feyre navigates its dark web of politics, fashion, and dazzling power, a greater evil looms. Might be the key to stopping it, but only if she can harness her harrowing gifts, heal her fractured soul, and decide how she wishes to shape her future and the future of a world cleaved in two. Feyre has undergone more trials than one human woman can carry in her heart. Though now she has been granted the powers and lifespan of a High Fae, she is haunted by her time under the mountain and the terrible deeds she performed to save the lives of Tamlin and his people. As her marriage to Tamlin approaches, Feyre's hollowness and nightmares consume her. She finds herself split into two different people. One who upholds her bargain with Rysand, High Lord of the feared Night Court, and one who lives out her life in the Spring Court with Tamlin. While Feyre navigates a dark web of politics. Why is this saying the same thing twice?
I know. I don't know why I don't like this synopsis at all. This synopsis is really emphasizing that she's grappling with
She
her
has-
killing.
We know.
She literally has PTSD. That is what this
I-
book is about. But honestly,
That was
was that
fucking-
even a huge part of the book?
oh my god, yes, so much. I feel like this is something that was annoying. I love Feyre's development as a character throughout this book, but every other page, she's like, "Ugh, I killed those fairies. Ugh, I'm a terrible person. Ugh."
I
my
loved
trauma.
it.
Just kidding.
I loved
It was good. It was good, but it was so repetitive, which is accurate to real life. Like your trauma sticks with you, and it's a constant reminder. But I was like, you know what? I get it. We get it. You're upset. It makes sense, but
But was that a major component of the book? Because I don't
in the
even
beginning. Oh
I
my
feel
god,
like yes.
yeah.
I throughout the whole book
100%.
series.
100%. I feel like I
Yeah.
remember reading this book and I was in the thicks of really bad mental illness episode, and I was like, oh my god, I love how much Feyre hates her. I remember reading this and I was like, oh my god, this is delicious.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Oh yeah, I remember it being mentioned, but that synopsis was so heavy on that.
I feel
Yeah.
like it is just a heavy
It also-
theme in the
yeah.
book. I feel like it's how in the first book, a heavy theme is her constantly looking around and seeing colors and saying oh, that would be so beautiful if I could paint that, and that color's great for paint, that'd be great for painting, blah blah blah. The main core of this book is I'm a bad person. I should be punished for what I did. I killed those people, and now it's that's how the book starts off, and that's just I feel like throughout the whole book, maybe even to the next book,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering
Yeah.
correctly. Anyway,
Well, should we just dive right in?
yeah,
Let's
we're gonna go through a timeline of the book and then put our thoughts and opinions in as it goes along. And Lena's gonna start
I
with
just want to
that.
say this is my favorite one of the series.
Oh yeah.
This is the
100%,
best one of the whole
100%.
Oh,
series.
yeah,
It
this
is so
one.
good. This is My Roman Empire.
Oh yeah.
Actually, there's one scene that's My Roman Empire. We'll get there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. We will.
But this book is so good. Okay. So the book starts 3 months after the first book took place.
Mm.
And it's with Tamlin in the Spring Court. The engagement is not doing well.
Mm-mm.
She's questioning it. She's not happy. Tamlin seems to have changed somehow.
Yeah, now that his focus is less on, I don't know, avoiding Amarantha, now it's focusing on protecting the Spring Court and protecting his bride because she died at the end of the last book and then got resurrected. And so
Tamlin has trauma too.
So yeah, Tamlin has a little trauma. But Tamlin's also being a little bitch because
he's acting like he doesn't see her nightmares or anything like
yeah,
that.
she's throwing
Okay,
she's
don't
getting
set me
up.
up like that.
Come on, this
Do
is
not-
Mad Libs. This is Mad Libs.
Do not set me up like that, bitch. I swear to God. I am not a mind reader. What the fuck?
You can see it in my eyes what I'm about to say.
I felt like I was at school. I felt like the teacher was like, when you're like not paying
Finish the
attention.
sentence.
Yeah. Don't do that to me.
Popcorn reading.
I just got PTSD.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
Feyre has
continue.
nightmares. She's throwing up. They're
Mhm.
really bad. Which one of my favorite tropes in the whole book is a trope. But we'll get into that further. Anyways, Tamlin pretends he doesn't see it. He could give two shits about the
Same.
agony that his precious betrothed is under.
Insane.
Mhm.
He like literally doesn't care.
No.
And he keeps her at home. He like literally just like keeps her in not even the Spring Court, just like the home.
In the manor.
Yes, in the manor.
Yeah.
I'm having like a mental image. There was like a little gate around it, right?
I don't remember
Wasn't there,
a
like, a
gate,
weird
but
little, like-
maybe up for interpretation.
Yeah. And he also tells her she'll never be the High Lady. They have a conversation and he's
Mhm.
like, nope, that will never be you.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't he say that's like not even a
Well,
thing?
she asks, like, is there such thing, High Lady? And he's like, no. Like, oh, okay. And like that was like the end of the conversation.
Yeah, and she's also questioning. She's like, when will the mating bond form?
Yes,
Mhm.
they were waiting.
Yeah.
Like in a place.
And it
Mhm.
wasn't.
Like, what's going
Yeah, the marital sex was not clicking in.
No, I feel like this. I mean, oh, you're saying the sex wasn't clicking the mating bond into place.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like they be fucking. She was like talking about that.
they be
Oh,
fucking.
They be
but-
fucking. But
she
yeah,
was like-
no mate.
she was
no
not
mate
down.
happening.
Like
Was
her
she
inner
not down?
monologue when they were fucking, she's just like,
Well,
oh my
comparatively,
god, when
yeah.
is this done?
Was it? Oh my god.
When is this gonna
Guys,
be over?
I totally remember this differently. I feel like she like was enjoying it in my mind. Or
No, she was
in
into
the-
it.
I mean, she was like,
but she doesn't. She was just like not
She
feeling
was-
great about the whole situation.
yeah, because
just
she
in
was.
general.
I remember the one scene where it's like they're like doing it, whatever, and she's like, "Oh, Tamlin, like protect her, like that's all he wants right now."
Oh yeah,
And,
he's
like-
trying to be the man.
Yeah,
man
and
of
it
the, man
very
of the
much like
house.
seeped into like every part of their relationship.
Yeah, I feel like her and Tamlin's smut was like nothing
Oh
compared to what's to become.
yeah, they don't
Mhm.
really go into great detail even, but
No.
she also during this time they're planning the wedding, and Ianthe, the high priestess, has been kind of parading her around, helping her plan the wedding. She's hating it. She's hating going to these like events that they have to go on. Did they do the what is the event called where they have to get like presents from everybody in the court? Remember when the
It's
water
ringing
nymph
a
comes
brief
in?
bell. No, the water wraith.
Yeah, the water
What?
wraith.
That was
fuck?
that was in the first book
Was it? No.
when Tamlin's like holding like the everyone has to like pay their taxes thing.
Wait, are you sure that was in the first book? Because I feel like that's when she was all mad at him
Maybe
about
that
it.
was
That
the
was.
second.
I
Is this
swear to
this
God,
book?
I think this was before the wedding. So this happened, like, because she's like getting another. He's like, we have to do this. This is tradition, and you have to sit here because you are my like. You're gonna be my wife, and this is like you're gonna have to sit here with me. And she's upset because she's like, what the hell? These people have nothing, and you're making them give you like some sort of like I don't know what they have to give, something like money or supplies to the kingdom, and she doesn't think it's fair. And then a water nymph comes in,
Yes.
and or a water wraith comes in, and she doesn't have anything to give. And then Feyre gives Tamlin a piece of jewelry because the water wraith was going to be punished. And I don't know, she's just having a very negative opinion of Tamlin
Yeah,
because
she does not like the politics around him
no.
and like his moral compass, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
Farrah's really giving. Farrah's
Mhm.
perfect.
Mhm.
She wants to do right, and she thought it was really unfair. I do remember this now.
Yeah. And then I remember, so yeah, what you're saying about they won't let her leave the manor. She really wants to go to like one of the towns. And what he was saying is that because there's so much trauma in the spring court from what happened under the mountain, that the court could not handle if Feyre got hurt. So he's trying to protect her so that like if she got hurt, basically everyone would like, she's like a beacon of hope to them basically. And if
Yeah.
she got hurt, they would be like devastated. So selfish, but anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ianthe. What do you guys? I say Ianthe.
I say Ianthe.
Ianthe. Oh my
Is that
gosh.
crazy?
Okay.
Like
Ianthe?
Ian with Thay at the end.
Now I'm
Ianthe.
getting confused on how I say it. Ianthe. I say Ianthe.
She's one of the 12 priestesses,
Mhm.
and she plans the wedding. There's this thing about the wedding, the awful wedding dress.
Yes, the
And
ugly
the
wedding
poofy
dress.
sleeve.
The horrible fact that Feyre specifically was like, no red roses, please. And Ianthe was like, 100 million red
Oh,
roses.
That was the first red
Ugh,
flag.
Horrible.
Honestly, red roses, red flag. Okay, anyways.
Mhm.
Ianthe made an alliance with Tamlin on behalf of the priestesses, so she's kind of like has to be there, it seems, even though literally Feyre hated her from the beginning, right?
Always weird vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, bad vibes.
Yeah.
I
Bad
thought,
vibes.
oh my gosh, why am I remembering everything differently? I thought she liked Ianthe because she was like, oh, at least I have this one. She was like thankful for Ianthe because she kind of like stepped up and took this role of the wedding planner because it's not something she wanted to do. And it's like really her only friend because Lucien and Tamlin are kind of like not ignoring her, but they're not treating her like an equal. And Ianthe is like at least hanging out with her.
Well, I definitely
That's how I remember.
I definitely
Maybe I'm wrong.
remember Feyre being glad that Ianthe was taking over like control of the wedding,
Mhm.
but I don't think it was in like a friendship way.
She
I
doesn't,
think
like,
it was
love her.
more in like,
Take that
I'm
burden.
too depressed to
Mhm.
do
Yes.
anything. Like,
Mhm.
you do it for me,
Yeah.
and I'll be grateful to you for that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I felt like that was like the extent of their friendship. Like, it was nothing. It was very like loose definition of friendship.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
wouldn't call them friends. I think that Ianthe's vibe was always kind of weird, and especially her vibe towards Tamlin. I feel like Feyre was like iffy about that.
Yeah, I
Any
think she was
weirdness
just kind of
going
like
on.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess she was just like thankful she was at least doing like the tasks for her. She
Yeah.
was like, oh, thank God she's here, but maybe not friendly. Maybe not besties.
Yeah. I feel like Feyre is that like trope of like, I don't really need nice things. You do the girly stuff. You plan the, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Also,
she's
she
a
just-
little bit of a pick me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally is.
Yeah, Feyre's
she
pick me.
really is.
She's like, there's so many parts in these books where the characters are just like, I just want to wear pants. Get me out of this fancy
yes.
It's like,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah, but
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
She's
So
a modern woman.
she's what?
A modern woman.
Yeah. So the wedding day comes. Feyre is unwell. Feyre is freaking the fuck
Yep.
out. Literally, she's walking down the aisle and she's like, "Someone help me!" In her mind, she's literally
Screaming.
like having a breakdown. She's like, "Someone please save me!" And then someone hears this call, and someone does come, and guess who it is? Rysand.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
Woo!
I'm too overwhelmed by the memory. I'm transported back.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
so
God.
good. I was like, oh, what a slay moment where he's like, oh, I didn't say when I was going to start the bargain because their
Mhm.
bargain was she has to go to the night court 1 week out of every month. And so
Mhm.
he's like, hey, I'll start it now.
He's like, "Shawty."
Wait, I
Mhm.
have
Sorry, I just-
such an insane tangent, but have you guys ever read Illyrian Tremors?
What
Is that,
is that fan fiction?
I was going to say, is
the,
that fan
it's
fiction?
the fanfic that's from Rysand's POV of this book.
No.
Oh
my
my!
Oh, it
you've read
goes
it?
crazy.
I
I haven't
wanna
read
read
the
it.
whole thing, but it just goes crazy knowing Rysand's perspective.
Oh my god, I would love it.
I recommend you guys.
It was like my
Recommended.
bay. I just like flew there
Oh
immediately.
yeah, he was like, he saw it all. The nightmares through the bond,
Oh,
through
yeah.
hand bond.
Yeah.
Like, he
my
saw it all, and he was
God.
just content to let her live if that's what she wanted. But then she said no, and he was like, I won't let you suffer any longer.
Ugh, gotta
Yeah.
love him so much. So Rysand comes and he
Mhm.
like, she like has to hold him and he like winnows away to the night court. Oh, that's the first time they winnowed together.
Yep.
So hot and sexy. All right. So she gets the night court. It isn't as scary as she thought it would be. She's not fully sold yet though. Rysand insists that she starts to learn how to read.
Mhm.
So cute. And shield her mind. 'Cause she didn't know how to do that yet. And she meets Morgan.
And Moore wants to be her friend. And does Feyre want to be her friend? I forgot. No, she's a little bit suspicious of her too. She's like, who are you?
It
Well,
reminds me
she's-
of like, sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
It reminds me of like Alice and Bella in Twilight.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
parallel is so strong there. So.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Totally.
And she also gets to wear her slay little night court clothes.
Mhm.
Because
my
she
God, I
wants to
loved
get out of
that.
her ugly dress, and I'm pretty sure Rhysand says it's ugly too.
Yeah,
and
he
she's
said
like,
it,
yeah.
He's like, that's insane.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck,
An
bitch?
atrocity.
Mhm.
Not my. Okay, we're not there yet.
Getting
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, Rise tells Feyre war is coming and it's at the wall between Fae and Mortalland. The wall is likely to come down as the result of the war. Okay, guys.
So they're stressing. They're starting to stress.
Yeah, Feyre is worried for her fam and what Hybern is planning to, like, when he's gonna take over the mortal realm. Rice wants Feyre to see if Timeline will fight with him, like, for the Night Court, pretty much.
Mhm.
Right. Yep.
Which I feel like the answer she already probably knew.
Right. Yeah. I think she was hoping for a yes, and when she went back to the spring court after her week, Tamlin like interrogated her stuff. And,
Oh, yeah.
like, no, like trying to get the intel if he was gonna fight, and it was just, I feel like Tamlin didn't want to like tell her anything, was just like kind of like shut up, like go
Mhm.
go to
Oh,
the room,
yeah.
just like just
Misogynist.
stop.
She wants to be involved in the like war planning. Did he believe Rhysand that there was going to be a war, and like he just didn't want to join forces with him? Because I'm pretty sure, didn't Tamlin think that Rhysand was trying to like trick them and basically like
Yeah.
take over the spring court? Because
Yeah.
everybody thinks Rhysand is evil.
Yep.
Because that's the front he puts up. But I forget, he does like believe him that there's a war, or no? I can't remember
think
that
so.
part.
Not
No, they're just like,
really,
they're trying to
no.
trick us.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's trying to like fuck with your mind, like
True,
doesn't
true.
really believe it, like no one saying basically.
Yeah, and while she's in the Night Court for the first time, Rysand kind of like is wondering, she has like special powers,
Oh,
like
yes.
more than the act.
Yeah,
Yes.
they at this point do they find out that she is the type of well, like you were saying, since she got a little bit of seed of power from every single High Lord, Rhysand's like, oh yeah, you probably have powers, and that's why he's training her mind, because that is his powers, to like bend minds and read through minds. And so he's like, which is really special and not that many people can do. I don't know about the mind reading, but like the bending people's mind and shielding and all that, right? It was a special kind of fae. I saw it on the wiki fan page, but shout out the wiki fan page, honestly. But yeah, then that's when they start training
Well, I
that
mean,
part. I mean, they have been off and on.
Feyre returns back to Spring Court, and Tamlin and Lucian are interrogating her, and she gets so upset she lights a table on fire,
Right.
which she has no control on her
yeah,
powers.
very
Oh.
volatile. Just
Yep. And it's revealed that she is a Demate.
Oh, okay, that's what I was
Demete.
talking about.
Or
I was
something like
there's
that.
a special name for
like
it.
Rysand.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. God, they're so alike.
And then at this point, isn't Tamlin like, he's like, oh shit, you do have powers, and we're not going to train you because that's dangerous, or like, we don't want you to
He doesn't want her to have
train.
any
He
power.
Yeah.
doesn't want her to have any power.
He's
He doesn't
very-
want to acknowledge the fact that she has power. He just wants to like
He wants a
Literally
pretty little wife.
stick her in like a little dollhouse and
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does
Literally.
not want
And have
to.
her just paint like me.
yeah, he
Mhm.
just wants her to paint. He's like begging her to paint, and I remember her being like, "I don't want to paint anymore. Like I died under the mountain. I don't want that. I don't care about that anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Perspectives
what
have
do you
changed.
mean?
Yep. So she returns back to the night court. He comes back on the bargain. Finn comes back, and Rysand knows that she's a little like weak, skinny. Like, don't like that. Who did this to you?
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe, you know?
Yep.
And she's kind of like emotionally vacant. She's just not there. She is so sad.
Looking like shit.
She is so depressed. But she is getting better at reading. Because she's reading in the spring court all the time, right? She's like in the little library.
Yeah.
Just reading the whole time, practicing.
Wait, in the spring court or the
In the night
night court?
Oh yeah.
The night court,
yeah.
right?
At the spring court, she's just like
She's like,
she's just doing nothing.
She's just
She's
like
just-
laying around, like
yeah,
sad.
Yeah.
literally.
She's better at reading and she's better at mind shielding.
Yes.
So yeah, and then
And they're being a little flirty at this point. They're writing little notes back and
Ugh.
forth to each other, right?
I don't think yet.
I think
I think
so. Because
so.
remember,
While they're like learning, because
he's,
he's having. Oh no, that was a different part. But yeah,
he's writing the sentences and making her rewrite them
Should I do my
Mhm.
quote
to
right
try
now?
to do your quote. Yeah.
So this is a note from Rysand. That's so. I love their little writing. It's so
So
cute.
sweet.
He says, this is page 265. So this is kind of like maybe like a little farther into the book than where we're at, but it says life is better than your. Hold
try.
on. Life is better when you're around, and look at how lovely your handwriting is.
oh, so cute.
And
No, it is cute. I honestly, when she read it earlier, I was laughing about something else, but it is cute. I
It's
think
so
Rysand is very
sweet.
sweet to Feyre, and she's like, they're being a little flirty, but her guard's still up because she's like, what is your angle here, sir? Like, she believes him, but she's also stuck between two worlds, I feel like, right now. She's very much like, she's still at this point not sure what's going on with Tamlin. She like, I think she still like has feelings for him, but she's not happy with the way he is treating her. She's not happy with like her life in the spring court, and Rysand is treating her a lot better, honestly. And so I think she's favoring her time at the night court a lot better than her time in the freaking spring court. And when she gets back to the spring court,
well, Tamlin refuses to let her train.
mm-hmm.
And Lucian is going to bat for Feyre and was like, no, I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
Because I think the lighting the table on fire really shook him up and was like, you should learn how to control that.
Yeah.
But Tamlin doesn't want her to have anything. Tamlin is hiding something. I don't know.
What is he hiding? We don't know.
You don't remember writing it down.
Oh,
There's
wait,
something
hiding.
wait. The next sentence makes more sense. Okay. She tries to go with him on an outing because there was like some issue in the spring court.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. Every podcast, I just lose it. Okay. I forget what it was, but there was some issue, and they wouldn't let Feyre come, and she was like, "No, I want to help," and there was like some issue. There was like an attack or something.
Okay, that was the remember there was the nearby village that they're like rebuilding or whatever.
Yes.
And Feyre was like, "Oh, I want to go," and doesn't she end up going? And then
No.
like,
She doesn't go. This is when he locks her in the house, and
Oh,
she
right,
freaks
right.
the fuck
okay,
out.
yeah, she's like, "I want to go help," and
Yeah.
he's like, "No," and then he locks her in with like that air
with,
shield,
with an air shield. Yep. And then
and she
yeah.
Feyre loses.
she literally has a panic attack.
Okay, this is my opinion. I thought this was so dramatic.
Oh,
Like,
same.
This part in the book, I literally thought it was the most dramatic
I was
thing
like,
ever.
dude.
She like is freaking the fuck out. Like like walls caving in. She's like,
Yeah.
she's like screaming in her head. She's like, someone please help me once again.
Yeah.
And you know who does? More swoops in, right?
Yeah, at
Is it
Rysand's
more-
command.
I know. This part, when I was reading the synopsis, because we all read this book quite a while ago.
So long ago, like a year ago.
There was a part
Yeah.
where, he puts up the air shield. And then what is the part where they're in the office and she, like, a bunch of shit, like, explodes? I thought that was the part where Moore came in.
No, more comes and save her when she's in the shield
Yeah.
because
What was
later
the
we
part?
find out Rysand could like somehow
Yeah.
get his magic through that.
Oh yeah. But what was the part where she destroys the paints that he gets all mad? Was that the part where
I
she
thought
destroys
that
the
was she
table?
was when she lit the fire.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
For some reason, I was
And
thinking
like
that was a
stuff
different
like
part.
blew up. Everywhere.
Okay, yeah, and she like, okay, sorry, I'm backtracking. So yeah, Moore saves Feyre. Thank God.
Yep.
She was being
She's-
over dramatic though.
It was such a dramatic scene.
Honestly, I was like reading this and I was like, am I damaged or like is that not that big of a red flag? Like what Tamlin was doing to her.
It was
He's trying
very
to
And then, like,
childish.
her.
It was. And then
Mhm.
like I don't know, like in my mind I was like, okay, like I don't feel like that's that bad what Tamlin's doing to her.
Yeah,
But then again, I was like, okay, like you shouldn't lock someone in the house. I know, but like in my mind I was like
I mean, it was like hostage situation.
It was.
But it's also like referred so many times in the book, like he tried to trap me like a caged animal. Like it was like referenced so many times. So this was like very pivotal for Feyre.
Oh,
like
for
this was
sure.
the breaking point.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so dramatic.
She
And I
is
was like,
pissed.
Is
Feyre,
it just me
she was
or
pissed.
what?
I know, I thought the same thing.
No, I agree. I felt it was over dramatic, and I was like, okay, honestly, yes, it's wrong of Tamlin to try to control her,
Of course.
but she literally died in the last book, and she had to be resurrected again. So like, I understand why he wants to protect her, and like he loves her. So I think it's wrong to trap her, but I'm also like, yeah, I agree.
He
It
has
wasn't
P-
that
he has a
that crazy.
yeah, maybe he has like a little bit of
So true.
Yeah,
or trauma or something.
and I felt like it was like on like par for the course of what Tamlin's been already doing. So
So
I felt like
true.
it was just like odd that this was the breaking point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I
I think
think
just
it's
piled up.
yeah, the straw
Yeah.
that
It
broke the
it broke the
camel's back. Yeah.
It broke the wyvern's back.
Oh, so true. hmm
That's sad.
Wrong series.
True. Sorry. Okay. So she stays in the night court for a while and she starts to get to know Rice and she's like, maybe he's not as evil as I think.
Sexy.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
oh,
true. He's
well,
kind of sexy.
They start flying together too, and she has to be close to him. And
Just to be cradled in his little
oh
arms.
yeah,
I mean
like,
his big
how-
arms.
And I love him. She's like, she was like hating it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, we have to fly together. But then she's like talking about like muscles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Sarah, stop.
Like,
You love this.
Be so for real.
At
I
this
know.
point, they're going to like she hangs out in the night court for a bit, and then they take her, or he takes her
takes her
to
to
Valeris,
Valeris.
and
Yep.
which is like the hidden city.
Oh,
It's
I
called
love
the
Valeris.
city of Starlight, and she is like, "What the hell? This place is crazy." And they first go to his townhome, which is really funny that the term townhome is in this like mythical
Dude, yeah,
world.
so
I'm
modern.
literally picturing like a modern ass townhome.
No, me too. Like a condo.
Yeah, like literally
That's
a
literally what I was
condo.
picturing.
I was picturing like Howl's Moving Castle. Like
Ooh.
house.
No, I was
Oh,
thinking
Like a little like cabin-y like situation.
Aw, cute.
I was thinking like high rise apartment.
No,
Yeah,
literally.
literally that's what I
Just-
was thinking.
And then for some reason, because I was thinking the
Okay.
house, the townhome was so modern, he takes her up to the House of Wind to meet the inner circle, which is our favorites, our faves.
Well, hold on. He talks about this is an important part.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. So sorry.
So-
when he first brings her to Valerius.
He talks about how it's untouched by Amarantha,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a very important part
Yes.
because he
'cause-
somehow with magic makes it so she can't see it.
So, yes. So, the magic that the little tiny bit of magic that he still had when he was under the mountain, he used all of that
Oh
to keep Valeris hidden,
Ugh.
and he was basically her whore
Yeah. He also tells her.
to like Marantha from looking into the night court and like what's going on, kind of as like a distraction. So he literally sacrificed himself and his body,
I know to keep
To-
his inner
to
circle
keep
and his people.
his people safe. And he
true.
tells
Yeah.
Feyre that, and she's like,
I know. So cute. So yeah, Rice takes her to the House of Wind and she meets the crew.
the
Mhm.
crew.
The
Mhm.
crew.
I remember being so overwhelmed at the introduction of like 5 characters at once.
Yes.
Yeah,
When I was first
same.
reading this, I was like,
You're like,
what's happening?
I know, there's a lot of characters. Yeah. Many.
I was getting Cassian and Azriel mixed up so much. I'm
Oh,
like,
same.
who is who? Because they're
Same.
both
Yeah.
like Illyrian warriors. They're both Rhysand's,
Sexy.
second
Brothers,
hand.
yeah.
Brothers. They both have wings. Like, I'm just like, who the hell are these people? But then, we learned.
We learned.
I just think it's so funny. Also, I talked about this earlier. I'm just picturing Valeris is hidden, but Rhysand is the High Lord of the entire Night Kingdom, or not Night Kingdom, Night Court.
Kingdom.
Night Court,
Kingdom.
and nobody knows about Valeris except the people that live there. What about everybody that doesn't get to live in Valeris?
Okay, yes. And why the hell are the people who live in the Court of Nightmares living in the Court of Nightmares? I'm like, dude, you're just
so true.
being controlled by like an
Oh
evil
my
guy.
God.
Like, why are you like?
Yeah, I have some
And
thoughts about
I just am like, who's living? Are they all like evil?
I think
Or,
they
like,
all are evil.
what
Like they
is
deserve to be
happening?
there.
And
What are
how
they,
do you-
criminals?
Who dictates who gets to live in Valeris, like heaven, and who gets to
Yeah.
live in hell? Like,
That's
is
literally-
Rhysand God?
It's so
He gets to pick and
funny.
choose.
Dude, okay, you know
I
what?
always thought that was so
I've
weird.
never thought about this actually.
I just like
was like, huh?
I was scanning my brain because when we talk about when they go to the Court of Nightmares later, I have some thoughts because I'm just like I feel like they're like not plot holes, but I'm also like, this doesn't make any sense because like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like so the Night Court, everybody thinks that Rhysand is evil and like mean. So does all of the Night Court thinks he's evil except for the people that live in Valeris, or is it just like all the other courts plus the Court of Nightmare, but the rest of the Night Court thinks he's good? How are these people not talking to each other?
Yes.
How is somebody goes on a little vacay to the Court of Nightmares and they're like, yeah, Rhysand's the best, and they're like, oh my god, you are demented.
No, all
No,
the other
Valeris
courts,
people don't leave, right?
Valeris people.
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm
I don't
saying,
think
like-
anyone's like taking a vacation in this.
No, I'm
in this
kidding, I'm
land.
totally
You
kidding.
know where we should go? Court
Yeah,
Nightmares.
they're like, let's
spring
summer in the
break.
Court of Nightmares.
Not Valeris. Like obviously in Valeris, everybody's like, Rhysand's the best. Like this place is great. But what about the rest of? So there's Valeris. Oh my god, Valeris, Court of Nightmares. What about the rest of the Night Court? Do they think Rhysand's evil or do they think he's good?
I don't think there is any more. I think it's just the Court of Nightmares and Valeris. I don't think
There's
a
just two
third.
towns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Because
And
the
then
Night Court is Valeris, right?
Yeah.
There's the court. The Night
the Court of Nightmares, Hewn City
What? I need to
slash
see the
Hewn
map.
City, which is like the evil like people, whatever, that's ruled by Mor's dad. And then there's Valeris, who are like the people who like are deemed good enough to live there and like get to live in like fantasy land, like Heaven Slay. And then
Heaven Slay.
the rest of the Prythian all think Rhysand is evil too. All the other courts think he's evil.
But the Court of Nightmares.
who
So
got
if you look at the
chosen for
map,
Valeris.
Valeris is
Yeah.
on the far left and Court of Nightmares is on the far right. Is the middle of the Night Court just forest and
I think it's just mountain terrain.
mountains?
Yeah,
Nobody
must
there.
be.
I think it's just like the
Nobody there.
Okay.
Nobody's coming.
Nobody's there.
the wind.
It's just
What is it? Tower of Wind. What's the
House of
the
Wind?
House of Wind.
Tower of Wind. I
House
was
of
like,
Wind?
I was like, is this a new place? I
there
forgot.
in the mountains.
Oh, I think it's like what I was picturing is like it is in Valeris, but it's on top of like a cliffside. And
Right.
like I was saying, because I was thinking of the townhome being so modern, I'm like House of Wind is like a modern, like a minimalist freaking
Stop.
penthouse.
No.
Okay, I was thinking penthouse too.
What?
I bet.
I was
Yes.
thinking like Gothic castle carved
Nope.
into the
No, I wasn't thinking
carved
that.
into the mountain.
This is
No, I was
freaking
thinking like
What?
honestly kind of like
Bougie.
millennial.
Oh,
You know what I
God,
mean?
millennial.
Millennially?
Is Rhysand a millennial?
Oh my god.
Much to think
no,
about.
he's actually
Rhysand's
what?
a
3,000
millennial. Oh, yeah,
300
so
years
true.
old. So he's like
oh my god.
he's like the first generation.
yeah.
Was
Oh.
was there generation names 300 years ago?
No.
When did that start? Much
that
to think
has
about.
to be modern.
Much to
Yeah,
think
that is
about.
Okay.
modern. Anyway, going back to
Anyways,
the
okay.
plot.
So she's in the I don't even know really. This goes straight to the bone carver.
Oh yeah, they're like
Like, are they?
they're like
how-
making a plan. I think they're like, okay, so this shit is going down. The king of Hybern is coming to Prythian to overtake. Like they want to. Oh yeah, I don't even think we talked about the background of like what the Lord of the King of Hybern? King of Hybern
Yes.
is wanting to do. So he wants to come to Prythian, and they're upset because they don't have human slaves anymore, right?
Yeah.
And so they want to knock down that motherfucking wall, and they want to take the humans, make them slaves, and they want to take over all of the Fae.
Mhm.
And that is why Amarantha was actually sent to Prythian to see if it would if the Fae would be able to be like taken over. So now he knows that the Fae are like able to be captured basically and enslaved, or not enslaved, but like be under his control. So yeah, they want to take down the wall, and now they're like plotting. They're like, okay guys, what do we need to do next? And that's why they go to the bone carver, and frickin'
It's in the prison.
it's in the prison,
a
and Armin, oh my god,
Amryn.
Thank you.
Armin Hammer.
I always like once you say it, I'm like, okay, I know, but
That's
beforehand,
crazy.
I'm like, Armin. Anyway, Amryn is like, the prison is fucking scary, and Feyre's like, oh, am I gonna die? And then Amryn's like, it's okay, I have this special necklace that will literally protect you. You are fine, girl. And then they go to the prison to see the bone carver, who is somebody that is like this powerful being that can give them information, because I don't know if he's like all knowing or he just be knowing a lot.
Yep. And they go see him. It's really like, that was a really intense.
Just kidding, I can't even say what I was gonna say. So for the bone carver, well, it's a spoiler for the next book, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
But
Yep, I was about to say that too.
But I can say that the bone carver, we don't know what the bone carver actually looks like, but he
changes forms, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it looks different for every single person.
Yes.
And so for Feyre, he looks like a little boy, and she's like, what the hell? And I forgot who she thinks it is, but basically it's a little boy. And so she's like, who the hell is this person? But then she realizes, oh wait, like he's
He's a
gonna
shapeshifter.
change. Yeah,
Wait,
he's a
didn't she think it was
shapeshifter.
Rysand when he
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
when he
she
was
did
little?
think
and she
that,
was like,
yeah.
what the hell,
Rysand as a
baby,
child?
Baby
Rysand.
Rysand.
Sorry,
I
Rysand.
was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
There's so much
true.
you could say.
Damn.
So yeah, the carver confirms that Jurian is to be reborn using Amarantha's eye.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And also it's revealed that jewelry meant nothing.
Well, yeah, when she gets back.
Yeah.
Because and then we didn't talk about last time we talked about who Jurian was, but we didn't talk about the background of Jurian and his ex-lover and
I feel
blah,
like that
blah,
was
blah.
confusing for me.
It is
Like
confusing to me
Miriam
too.
with his like
Yeah, on the island.
his mortal
Basically,
like love. I was kind of like,
she's like half
feel like it's,
fae,
like, weird
half
lore.
human.
oh, okay.
Miriam, and then Miriam left Jurian for, I forgot his name, Deacon.
Oh, and then he was all
Deacon.
mad.
And then yeah, some shit goes down, and basically Miriam and they think he's dead, or they're dead. Basically, Jurian thinks that Miriam and her lover are dead, but they actually like flew away to some other place that Fae and humans live together. Anyway, sorry. That information's probably not super important right now, but it's important to the whole series. So
Yes.
Wait. I have something to say
Yeah,
first.
go ahead.
You guys want to hear? So, got my sister Akatar.
Same.
And he was on this Mist and Fury, and I was like, "Oh, how are you liking it?"
What? I'm scared. What is it?
He goes, "Yeah, no, it's really good. I just got to the part where they went."
Oh, no.
What is it? Spit it out.
I died when I heard this. He was like, "I just got to the part where they went to the bone carver and asked if Hootian was gonna Hootian? That's how she thought that Jurian was pronounced.
no.
Hootian.
Oh,
Hootian. And I was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, they just asked about Hootian." I was like, "Who? Who did they just ask about?"
That's the
Hootian.
crazy pronunciation.
I know.
Hootian.
Hootian.
I think we need
I was
a.
like, "What?" That's
That's not
That's
my
next
business.
level.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was like, "Get a grip."
I feel like we need a board of like
Worst pronunciation.
worst pronunciations and just funny character stuff. Then at this point, do they also reveal?
So Hybern is collecting magical cauldron pieces,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
and they need.
My notes say missing feet and feet. What does that mean?
So the cauldron was missing its legs, remember?
Oh,
And that was like
right.
part of it, like it was broken or whatever. You needed to like complete the.
Yeah.
It needed to be fixed.
Yeah, right. So, and then it's revealed that they need the Book of Breathings, which tells you how to control a cauldron.
Mhm.
And then,
But it's also revealed that the book is split in two, right? Or do they tell them
Yes.
that at that point? One half is in the summer court and one half is with the mortal queens. First of all, why is it with the mortal queens?
That's
Does
what I
it
wanted to
specify
know.
or
There's
they're
no
just like,
explanation of
hee hee.
that,
They're just
really.
trying to spread it out. They're like, nobody's gonna go
why is the
find
book in
this.
Also-
half?
To make it harder to find.
I know, but
maybe.
it's like what?
Also,
Weird.
what does mortal queens mean? Like, how is it with all of them at once?
It's like they're like this club.
Yeah, but like
Mortal Queen Club.
They be
like
meeting
us,
up.
they
guys.
all live
Mhm.
in
We're the
different
Mortal
places.
Queen Club.
No, I don't want to be
I'm
associated
not a
with them.
mortal.
Oh, so
Oh,
true.
She's a werewolf. She
I'm-
cannot be
I'm
seen
literally-
on full moon.
Yeah, you guys are really glad that it's a waning crescent tonight.
Oh yeah, we are to be lucky.
You are.
Yep. Okay, so after they figure out all this stuff with the cauldron, they start by searching and going to Feyre's in Mortal Lane. And the Bat Boys, which is Rysand, Cassian, and Azriel,
Mhm.
they meet the Archaeans.
Archeron?
I always said Archeron.
I always say
God.
Archeron too.
Okay.
Wait, add that to the board.
Yeah, add that to the
Archaeon?
fucking board. That's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, Archean?
Like
Okay.
arcane power.
Okay, to be fair, I think that's how I always say it, but I don't know why I said arcane.
That's okay.
You know what? It happens.
Up for interpretation.
Yeah, they're scared. They're so scared because they still think fairies are like evil
Right.
beings. You know, Nesta is Well, Nesta's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Elaine still wears her iron bracelet, even though Feyre was like, iron does nothing.
Yeah,
Elaine was like in denial.
yeah. Elaine's like,
Oh, it's
Can't be too safe.
because she is before this all goes down, doesn't Farrah go and like be like, "Hey guys, I'm alive, and also I'm a fae.
Yeah.
Surprise!" And also, there's a war that's gonna happen, and also we're gonna have all the queens meet here because we need to like figure some shit out.
She does.
yes.
I think it's just her
yes,
and Rice that go do that.
Yes.
Oh, and
'cause
then they
Rice
come
stays
back.
doesn't he? He like,
Yeah, he like stays
Oh
like out of the
yeah,
house
because
or
they need
whatever.
to talk to her first. But then also, Elaine is engaged to this man
Grayson?
who
Yes,
hates
she is betrothed.
who hates Faye, and that's why Elaine's wearing the iron. But yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yep.
And isn't her engagement ring iron? too? Or
Probably.
something like
Let's be
that? I
real.
remember that.
They'd be scared.
They'd be frightened.
Mm-hmm.
So the Archean sisters agree to help. To their dismay. Like they're kind of like, honestly. But
I think aren't they only there to prove to the mortal queens that like the mortals like they're not gonna like just like kill them. Like they're just there as basically a
This
symbol
isn't-
of
this-
peace,
yeah.
right?
Are
Yeah.
the mortal queens aren't there yet, right?
I
They're
don't
not-
know, are they?
I don't think they're there yet.
Oh,
I think
okay.
This was like
No.
a this
Okay,
was like
just
a
kidding.
pre.
Yeah,
They're
just
telling
meeting.
them like
They're getting
what's
them
gonna
ready.
happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think that the mortal queens were like, we're not leaving, like we're not meeting outside of the mortal lands.
Yes.
So then they were like,
true.
okay, let's meet
Yeah.
at this house,
Mhm.
like as this like a neutral territory almost.
They're scheming. They're
Yeah.
planning right now.
So while in the Mortal Lands, someone employed by Amarantha tries to kidnap Feyre. And they learn that Hybern is on the move and will invade Prythian. And the price is on Feyre's head.
Hmm.
Feyre starts training her powers and her body. Villain origin story. She starts wielding her powers and whatever. She also is coming to terms with what happened to her, like under the mountain, processing
Yes.
trauma. This is her slay era.
Mm-hmm.
Slay era. Yeah, she's who's she training? She's training with Rysand,
I think she's training with primarily Rysand.
but
Also, Azriel to learn how to use her
Oh,
wings.
yeah.
That's a huge one because she
Wait,
can.
does she find out she has wings in
Yeah.
this, or that's next
No, it's in this book.
Oh, is it in this
Yeah,
book?
it's in this
Shit.
book.
I
She
forgot.
she
Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting things, guys.
kind of remember in
Amnesia.
the beginning she kind of rejected her shapeshifter power because she was like, oh, that's Tamlin's power. Like I don't want to be
Oh,
attached to that.
wow.
And then
hatred goes so deep.
so deep. And then she kind of came to this moment where she was like I have the ability to like get like Illyrian wings, like, you know, and then Azriel was trying to help her learn how to fly like as an adult because he like all of his backstory, like it's just fucking sad.
Yeah,
And
it
he
is,
knows.
Much happens in this book, guys.
So, and then they are invited to summer court. Feyre and Rice and Amren go to meet my Lord Tarquin, Princess Cressida. Feyre uses her connection to Tarquin to find her half of the Book of Breathings. Moore and her steal it from the island temple.
I thought it
Yes,
was,
but there's so much that happens in that,
I thought-
right?
wait,
Like, so she feels starting to feel bad because. So there's bad blood between. No, there's neutral blood between Tarquin and Rhysand, but is
Yeah.
it just
Oh,
Amren?
Rhysand was getting jealous, wasn't
well, yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah, so-
Tarquin and Feyre were like he, and then
well, that's how she used her
Cressida
powers.
and Rysand were like he,
Oh,
and
yes,
so Feyre
okay,
and
Oh my
Rhysand
god,
were
Rysand
not
there.
the
they
swinging.
were both jealous of each other, and
And
they were like,
then- Basically, Rhysand was just trying to distract, and so was Feyre, basically. And then Feyre starts to feel bad because she at first was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna rob this man," but then she was like, "Oh, because
She's
he's
like,
a pretty,
"Aw."
he's a
He
pretty
was
new,
very nice to them.
and he's like the new High
Yeah.
Lord, right?" And
Yeah.
he like is confiding in her, and she's like, "Wow, I feel like this is my friend." But she has to betray him because they need the book, and they don't think that they don't want to risk asking for it because they don't think they're going to give it to them. So they basically have to steal it.
Also, the thing that Feyre likes about Tarquin so much is that he also wants like Rysand and
between
she does.
humans and Fae, right?
yeah, like
Aw.
he's very on the same page as them. So like she wants that alliance, but she's this.
Then what kind of powers does she use when they get down there? Her and Amren, it's like locked in. Oh, she uses. Did you already say this? That she uses her seed of power that was given to her from Tarquin to unlock the compartment to get the book because it thinks that it's him. Like the
Recognize
box
the power.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It recognizes the power and it thinks it's Tarquin, and then she steals it. But then they basically are locked into this. They can't get out. And for some reason, does water start spilling in?
Water starts
Yeah.
spilling. They
Water
almost
starts
drown.
spilling in. There's
They
a booby
start
trap
fucking
in there.
drowning. Yeah.
They start, and
That's
then
a crazy word.
it is. It's a booby trap, and then the freaking water
Wraith.
from the beginning saves them. Or no, it's not the exact water wraith,
It's
but
it's not
a
the
sister.
same one, but it's the water
Some-
wraith like sisterhood, and then
Yeah,
so
They
the
save
water
her.
wraith saves Amren and Feyre from drowning, and then goes like our sister's bond, like solidified. Like we don't owe each other anything anymore.
That part was so slay. I almost was
That
like
part was
crying.
good.
I was
Yeah.
like tearing up.
You tear up a lot, don't you?
I do. When there's
I'm
like
starting to
really
realize you be crying.
when there's like a really emotional, intense time, I'm like, oh my god! But it's beautiful because it's like she saved her in the beginning, and
Yeah.
now they saved them, and it's like beautiful. And also, I was confused because I was like, how the hell did they get into the summer court from the spring court? But yeah, it was not the same
Oh yeah,
water.
I think it's just like in general.
Yeah.
That was slay though. Slay part.
So they steal a book.
Yep,
and
half a book.
And it's revealed that it's in a language that only Amren knows. From her, like, it's like old.
Her
old, 'cause
like
Amren's
god,
old.
whatever.
Old.
She is an old hag. She is like nobody knows what she is.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
even
so
think she knows what
mysterious.
she
I think
is.
she
I
forgot by
know.
now
She's
at
like a
this point.
creature, isn't she?
She
She's like,
basically she's like
a
an
primal
entity.
god or something shit like
It's oh my god.
She's
That
an entity.
primal. I'm triggered from a different book. Anyways, okay. So Amren tries to decode the book. This is like happening for a while, I remember.
that. Yeah, she's
Like,
she's
she's-
in her apartment, locked in there with the
apartment. Isn't she like drinking a lot too?
book.
Probably.
Like I feel like there was like wine and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
But she drinks like blood, doesn't she?
Oh, she
She
drinks the blood.
they think
Oh my God.
it looks like wine, but they
The
just
blood
think
of
it
Christ.
what? What?
Is Amren
I
a
don't know. It's been a
Christian?
weird. I'm in a weird religious connection in my head. Okay.
Crazy.
Sorry, that was so weird. I keep saying really weird things. Okay.
The blood of Christ.
Because
She's
wine
drinking-
is blood of Christ in the
Honey,
church.
Jesus doesn't exist in this world.
I know. Okay,
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
The
I
blood
made a
of
weird
the
religious.
cauldron?
Okay.
blood of something. We don't know what it
Okay,
is. It's
okay.
just vague.
I know whose blood is it?
Her lovers.
No, I think it's just
That would
Is
be
it
Slay.
really?
No, I don't
No.
know. But that
I
would be
was
Slay.
I think
like-
it's just like general like blood.
Just blood.
Just
Okay.
blood.
Maybe
Yeah.
human.
I was about to say, is it
Who
mortal?
knows?
Mortal blood?
I thought she was gonna be a
Is she
vampire.
going
I
to
was
the
like,
blood bank?
yeah.
How is she
I'll
acquiring
meet you
this?
at
The
blood
Valeris
bank.
Hospital.
Can you? Yeah. Wait. What the fuck? Like, are there hospitals in this world
No.
No,
that
there's
like
healers.
have? But like,
Healers.
how is she getting blood? Like, are people donating blood?
We have no
That's
idea.
why I said it's
we
her
have
lovers,
no
maybe.
idea.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Maybe
they-
it's people who like
They wait to hear from the queens, and finally they hear back. The crew, the inner circle, goes to Feyre's home again, and the queens refuse to give the book until they tell about. What?
Oh, because they don't trust Rice.
Oh, until they tell about Hybern in the wall. No, they don't
no,
trust Rice.
they don't trust Rice
Yeah.
hand, and
'Cause
then
they still think he's a monster.
yeah,
Mhm.
Feyre's like,
Yes.
you know, like he's not who you think he is, like trying to vouch for him, but they're like, we don't believe you. We need proof.
yeah.
And then so
So-
Rice makes the really sad decision, horrible decision to show them Valeris as like a token of trust. Like, I sacrificed 50 years to save this city. Like this kind of shows like my morality.
But I think they need proof, and that's why. Next, oh my god, sorry.
So
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm pretty. Does he reveal in this moment, and then they're like, "We don't believe you. We need proof." And then
Yeah.
so there's this magical. I'm imagining it as a crystal ball.
oh yeah,
Basically.
me too.
Like they have to go get this crystal ball device, which probably has a name, and it's in.
Wait, well, hold on. I think I have the name.
Orb of something.
Oh no, I don't.
Anyway, it's in the kingdom of nightmares. But then when they go home to like get ready basically to go to the kingdom of nightmares, got a plot. I think at this point some rubies are delivered, which
Oh my
is
God, I don't remember this.
so basically the summer court is fucking pissed. They're like, you're gonna steal from me.
Oh,
We're gonna fucking kill you. And basically they get I forgot if they're rubies or sapphires, basically these bloodstone-y necklaces delivered, and it's basically like it's on site, bitch. Like
I love how like their act of war is like a beautiful necklace gift.
I
Like,
on.
so
Like,
you're
they're
not
gonna
gonna
wear
send
it.
them like a dead fish or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this beautiful like necklace. Like
Mhm.
you're fucked. But here's
You're-
a gift.
You're fucked.
It's beautiful.
I
Yeah, it's
forgot
kinda
about that.
funny.
I feel like is it like they're hoping that they'll like wear it and so that they can find them easily?
they're
they're like, oh, that guy.
There's like a
Yeah.
little like GPS necklace. Like we know where you're going.
Literally.
Anyway,
So yeah, they concoct this plan. Azriel has to go into the court of nightmares. And they have to have a distraction to
Ugh.
steal the orb. And this is my fucking Roman Empire. This
Mhm.
Oh
scene,
my god.
I think this scene I think about the most out of like
insane.
it's so insane.
Dude,
so good.
honestly,
It's so good.
this one was almost
everything.
the rest of the whole smut.
Yes. No, I fucking
This
agree.
smut was next fucking
I
level.
remember I texted you when I was reading this, and I was
Oh.
literally like kicking my legs like a little
Yeah.
schoolgirl. I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so good!" And I reread it last night, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
it is so good." So the scene is pretty much that Feyre has to act like Rysand's whore, and that she like means nothing to him.
Yeah.
right. Like she's just that, like a little plaything.
Yeah. He's putting on like the front of like I'm evil.
Yeah,
trying to distract them.
Yeah,
So
trying to
Azriel
distract
can go
Mor's
Yeah.
dad
get the
and rest-
orb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Feyre has to wear the skimp,
Literally-
like a thought of clothing,
Literally like a little like sheer curtain.
Yes.
Literally.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
and the fan art is crazy. I
Oh,
wish-
yeah.
Can we
So
insert
good.
one? That'd be so slay.
Yeah. If we can, we will.
That'd be so fucking
Okay.
yeah.
It's so hot and sexy. Like I think it's like
Mhm.
black and sheer.
Oh, it is.
and it
With
has
the
so
little
many like,
belt thingy.
slits in it, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it's so good. So yeah, they get to the night court. Everyone has to bow to him. Already on her knees.
Same.
And he has to, and then they go sit on the throne, and she's sitting on his lap,
Mhm.
and he's just
Chills.
being evil,
Yeah.
evil,
Evil.
literally evil. You have chills.
I
Oh my
literally have
gosh.
chills. He's
I
being
l-
so evil.
Yeah, he's being so evil. but being so sweet to her, like
Mm-hmm.
secretly, like he'll like give her a little kiss when he's like, cause he's usually he's like exploiting her pretty much, cause she has to like sit on his lap and he's like touching her all like seductively
In front of the whole audience.
in front of
They're
everyone.
trying to be so like outlandishly like distracting
Yeah.
that
Yes.
everybody's like gaping at them like what the fuck's going on.
It's a scene.
And
Yeah.
the part that's so funny is their little like mind talk during
Yes.
it. He's
Mhm.
like, it's only natural to be like aroused.
Yes.
It's
Oh
okay.
my
Don't
God.
be
She was
embarrassed.
because
Yeah.
she
she's like,
she got a little.
she's like, woo,
I don't,
let's
I
go.
don't, I don't want to
She's
say
touch
it.
starved.
She's ready to go.
She's
like,
so touch starved.
I'm
And
down.
he's like drawing like slow circles on her
Mm-hmm.
and like biting her ear, and
Mhm.
it's so crazy. It's just I love this parallel. I mean, it's the trope as old as time, as like a man who's being an asshole to everyone else but being sweet to you,
Oh yeah,
which I have fallen for in real life. But
that's okay.
It's different
We
when
all
it's
have.
not in a book.
it's different when he actually is not like that.
Yeah.
And it's so so Feyre gets aroused.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's what it
she's-
says.
And she's like, my body is betraying me, like, because she's still trying to put on this act that she doesn't want him.
Right. There's that game that they've been playing.
They've been playing this game. There's so much tension, and this is why
Same.
this scene was so good.
Oh yeah.
The tension was just fucking going insane, and then finally they get there, and they're finally touching each other, but it's under the guise of they don't want each other.
It's like the forced proximity like trope.
Oh, it's so good. And
I'd
he
be
says
drinking that up.
he says a few things like, don't you wish like this mouth was on yours, to like the people there
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's-
And he was like being sweet the whole time. He was like to the bond, he's like, yeah, I have to do this, blah blah blah. But
Aw.
she's into it. She's
She's
so
so
fucking
down.
into it. She's like, I'm
She's-
so mad I have to play this part. She's so into it.
She's so into it,
Who wouldn't
dude.
be?
She's in heat.
Literally.
She is in heat.
literally in heat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the best part is when Moore's dad goes,
yeah.
so, like calls her like a whore or something, and then Rysand like breaks his legs to force him to like
Yeah.
bow in front of
Oh
her.
yeah, so
Yeah.
slay.
He says
So
he says
slay.
apologize too.
Yeah, he
And
says
then
apologize.
he was like, you will not see a healer.
Mm.
He said,
Mhm.
bitch, you have to heal on your own.
"Oh
Because
my God."
he said something like, you'll get what's coming, whore, or something like
yeah,
that.
something
To
like
Feyre.
super crazy.
What a dick.
So
And Rysand is like, I'm a mind break your legs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mind break your leg. And during this time, Azriel's stealing the crystal ball, and couple things. One, so the Court of Nightmares we've already talked about, it's in the Night Court, so it's like, but for some reason Moore's dad like runs the show, which is interesting. Like doesn't really make
Interesting.
any sense because like why? Like what is the point of this? Like what's the point of this place? And also Moore's dad's a dick. He like is a dick to her, like Moore. So why does Rhysand, who loves Moore, have Moore's dad in charge if he's a dick? Doesn't make sense to me at all. Also, on top of this, because Rhysand is the High Lord of the Night Court, why can't he just like walk in and take the crystal ball? But Adalia pointed out that maybe they didn't want questions to be like, I don't know, asked. But also
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he could just come in and be like, yeah, bitch, this is mine. I'm taking it. Fuck you guys. Break everybody's legs. Just kidding.
Break every single citizen's legs.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I was thinking that too. I was
Yeah.
like, why can't he just? This is his court.
I think it's because
they had
he-
to add that sexy scene in.
Oh well,
Oh,
yeah.
and I'm so grateful.
And thank God for Sarah J Maas, the fact that
Mhm,
she did that.
mhm.
But I think also, okay, because he doesn't, even though Moore's dad runs Huon City, Rhysand doesn't trust him. Like he doesn't trust him to not go like
Betray him.
canoodle with Hybern or something like that. Like I
yeah.
feel like he doesn't want him to have any information to potentially use against Valeris and like his inner circle. And
What's the
whatever.
point of keeping him in charge then? Why can't?
I think there's two things. I think it's one, to honestly keep an eye on him and like know where he is.
Yeah, so
And
true.
two, I think it's because Rhysand genuinely does not want to deal with the Court of Nightmares and like their evilness. So I feel like he's like kind of like, okay, if I keep you here, I can keep my eyes on you, and like I can kind of give you this like false sense of authority, and you can run this thing that I don't want to run, but then also like I know what you're doing and that you're not doing anything shady.
I also think
So
that actually thinking back, I think that it's to put up a front for the rest of the courts
Oh, for
to
sure.
then protect Valeris. But also, again, going back, who are these people in the Court of Nightmares? Who are the
Dude.
lucky? Did they draw straws?
Literally, I want to know
the shortest
Can
ones
you
got put in the
imagine
Court of Nightmares.
getting like you magically like transport to fucking night court and you get stuck in the Court of Nightmares instead of Valeris?
Oh my god.
I'd be like, oh my
Tragic.
god, I'm literally stuck in hell when all those people are like gallivanting around like this beautiful like little village. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
understand that. I always was like, who the fuck lives here at Court of Nightmares?
What was I gonna say? Oh, also another thing, just like randomly, wasn't Rhysand also like comforting Feyre because under the mountain it looks exactly like Court of Nightmares, right?
Amarantha, Amarantha like based it
Oh.
off of the Court of Nightmares.
So she
the
was like
city.
freaked out to go there, and he
Yeah.
was like, "It's okay," and like so he was being all sexy and being like, "I'm sorry," but he was also like,
Guys, I have
protect you.
Can I do
Okay.
Elena Smut Corner quote?
Oh yeah.
"Yes, of course." To the slutty slut phase.
Yeah. Well, it's just one quote.
Perfect.
Like he says this when he's being evil. So like
When she's
everyone
sitting on
else.
his lap.
Yeah. Says, "See how I make her beg."
Oh, slut.
Oh my god, so
So
fucking
good.
slay.
I wish-
And Faye was like, "What do you mean?"
I wish he
Yeah.
was more like this in like the smutty smut part of it. He's like totally like he's like he worships her, but I wish he was a little bit more like get on your knees and beg for it. Oh,
my
that would be
God.
so
God,
slay.
Jordan.
No, that would be so much more slay. I feel like that would
Oh
just
my
add a layer to
God.
this.
Oh my
He's too.
God.
We'll get to that later. I mean, the smut is
yeah.
good. I just wish he was a little bit. Bring this to the bedroom. Bring
Like
this to
you
the
want a
bedroom.
little bit more Dom.
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
see more
That would
Dom
be
from
so
him.
slay. Like, if he was Dom. He's not. I feel
Really
like he just loves.
Dom.
He like worships her. I feel
Yeah,
like, in
he's
the
very
bedroom.
like
And what's
I'm
wrong with that?
kneeling.
It's great, but I wish there was more dominance. I wish there was more like
I mean, this scene was
just more like
crazy.
demanding,
Yeah.
just
No,
more like this,
I
but in
feel
the
that.
in the bedroom.
I feel that, Jordan. I feel that a little bit.
Be slay. Anyway, so
Yeah. It was so hot. Okay.
yeah,
Amazing.
Lena's
Literally amazing.
flushed. She's like,
Okay. God, I keep getting like caught in my tights. Okay.
paper cuts.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Okay. Change gears.
Did they go to the Weaver at this point? When did they go to
No.
the Weaver?
Okay. Hold on.
And
hold
Weaver's
on.
sorry. I'm
coming
sorry. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun.
Rysand is attacked by arrows.
Oh, when they're
But he doesn't
flying
get
back.
hit, right?
Yes.
No.
Not at this point. He doesn't get hit at this point. Later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he avoids
I
using
was like,
magic.
In. Have to
Um,
talk about the
and this is when they travel to the war camp that the Bat Boys trained at.
Forgot about
in the
this.
mountains.
Yep. And Feyre learns Tamlin's family killed Rysand's family.
Yep.
And her view completely changes at this point. I mean, it already was, but this was like the seal the deal, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, then also, so the whole story was like, no. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like, so Tamlin's
happens,
family. I forgot what happens, but he kills Rhysand's family. But then, is it Rhysand that goes in and kills all of Tamlin's family? Or no? So Tamlin's family kills Rhysand's like mom.
It's mom and
mom
sister.
and sister, and so Rhysand's dad goes and kills Tamlin's like entire family. So they hate each other basically.
Yeah, there's like family beef. But
There's
also
family beef. And there are some yeah, I think it's revealed at this point that basically Tamlin's family took, I think, the mom or the sister's wings. Oh shit, both took the wings and like pinned them up like some sick
I know.
Trophy.
taxidermy.
But-
yeah.
Was it revealed where they were?
Okay,
Though?
so this
No,
is the
just
big
somewhere.
conspiracy
Oh,
because we've never actually seen the wing,
I know.
but we've also never seen
Oh,
Have you guys heard of that?
Sick
That's
fuck. Are they in
disgusting.
his room?
dude.
But Feyre's been in there, right?
No, but there's never been a description, and if Feyre's ever been in there, we weren't a part of it.
Yeah, did they have separate bedrooms?
Where
in,
were they
like,
We
fucking-
did
Tamlin?
the
Hold on.
whole entire time.
Ta-
Feyre had
Feyre's
her own
Oh
room.
my god, that's so gross.
Isn't that insane? So I'm like,
Sick.
oh my god,
Crazy.
do you
Twisted!
think that he
Sick and
fucking
twisted.
keeps their wings mounted up on his little wall.
That's disgusting. I don't think
That's
Tamlin's
dark.
that fucking twisted.
That's a
I would hope
crazy
not.
theory.
That is a crazy theory.
All right, Jordan. I don't know if I have any notes on.
That's okay. So like I was
When did the Weaver happen?
dude, I don't fucking remember. And
Chapter
Early
21.
on.
it's okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, this must have been way before. This was after chapter 21. We'll just briefly say
do the
during
Weaver.
part of the training, Rhysand was like, he, I have a little task for you. You have to go to this person called the Weaver. She is this another ancient creature who basically, I don't know if she steals things. She steals things. Her house is full of stolen goods, basically. And she can't see, but she can smell. And she's like fucking evil. And Rhysand's like, go get my ring that she stole, or I gave her or something. How did she get the ring?
Okay, so Rhysand is like, the Weaver stole something from me, and
Yes,
you need to
stole.
go find it.
Yes.
And Feyre's like, what is it? And he's like, you'll know when you
Oh
see
shit.
it.
Okay.
And then so Feyre's like, I gotta go sneak in this Weaver's cottage. This lady's gonna literally kill me if mine figures me out. So she's like sneaking in there and looking around, like trying to, see something that catches her eye. And then the ring, which is like right next to her, like on this shelf and shit. Weaver spots her. There's this big, they're like dancing around, like trying to kill each other. Weaver's pissed. She grabs the ring, barely makes it out of there. And Rhysand like winnows her away.
This part scared me. Like, so
This part
Feyre
was
had
crazy.
to crawl up the fireplace, and the Weaver
Mhm.
was like crawling after her. And I'm pretty sure used fire or
Ew.
something.
Ew.
She used fire,
So
or
creepy.
she used some sort of something that basically like fucked up the Weaver a bit, and then she was able to get away. But I
Yeah.
just pictured the Weaver being this, because like, didn't they describe her?
The Weaver. I was thinking of the grandma and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
What? I thought you were gonna say,
Literally, that's what I was thinking.
girl. I thought you were gonna say the grandma from like The Haunting of that
yeah.
scary
But like
ass
for
one.
some
Haunted
reason,
Hill
it was
House?
like
no,
the vibe was the grandma and Courage. That show
Really?
scared me as a child.
That's crazy. I was thinking like, because she was kind of like hidden at first, and then when she turns around, doesn't she have like no fucking eyeballs or something?
Yeah, she was.
She's
Something
like
fucked up.
no.
crazy, yeah.
Her face is fucked up. She's a literal monster, and
Yeah.
she's like, like
Ooh.
Yeah.
chasing after
So
Feyre. Anyway,
creepy.
yeah, Feyre gets away, and they winnow away, and then
Yep. And then. Okay.
the
so.
inn.
No,
Oh,
wait. Hold on.
this is it's coming close.
It's okay. Next one.
Sorry, guys.
So
I'm just excited.
switching back to gears where we were, Lucian tries to convince Feyre to come back to the spring court. Like, hell no.
Yeah, they like
Mhm.
find her, like they run into each other, right?
I
No,
don't
okay.
know exactly.
Remember they're in the forest. Feyre
Yeah.
and Rhysand are in the forest training,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
Lucian
yes.
fucking finds them because of the shielding that someone was doing failed, or I don't know, some
Yeah.
like, technical difficulty.
They find her.
Lucian finds her and is like, "You need to come back to the spring court."
Like,
And she's
hell
like, "No, like I'm not doing that. Like get away from me." Blah blah blah. And Lucian's like, "Everything's falling apart. Tamlin's a mess." And she's like, "I don't care. It's not my problem."
Wasn't this when he's like, he's in his beast form,
Yeah, he's been in a beast form for months.
just like roaming around.
Sucks
Feyre's
to
like, "I don't
suck.
care."
Suck tampon.
Yeah.
Oh, I can finally call him tampon.
So true.
So yeah, Rhysand sends him on away.
Yeah,
sends him
he's like,
on his
"Get
way.
the hell out of here."
Yeah, he's like, bye. So Feyre and Rhysand decide to travel.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just them two. for
Decide
the
to
night.
take the
Oh,
night
where are
off.
they going? I don't remember.
They just decide to get away for the night.
No, there
Stop,
was.
really?
Do they really?
Mhm.
What?
I thought there was something.
Stop vacation.
I thought.
Well, it was very much like, oh, we're so far away from home. Like,
What?
I thought there was something
journey or
about how like
something.
he
No.
couldn't winnow because when he winnowed, somebody
I
could
swear it
find
was
something.
vacation.
Oh my god, is it really a
I
vacation?
swear. Okay, you know
That's
what?
so
I'm
cute.
completely quoting the
This is
the
forced,
fandom page, so that's what they said.
This is forced proximity. Like
Yes!
they are forced to stay at this inn because it's nighttime and like
I thought it was
something
like,
was happening and like I'm pretty sure they couldn't winnow because why wouldn't they just winnow
ugh,
away?
Maybe.
Like they basically had to anyway. Maybe that part doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
basically get to this inn
Yeah, it's raining.
It's
Ugh,
raining.
They were like so cold and tired.
Mhm.
The inn, and then Rysand's like, 2 beds, please. And they get up to the room, and then Feyre's like, there's 1 bed. And he's like, I said 2 beds.
You know what's going down.
And then this is the part where I literally screamed and I jumped up and down and I did a fucking cartwheel. Whoa! Like my favorite fucking trope. I
know this trope is so
I was kicking my
good.
feet, dude. I was like,
Dude,
I
same.
was like, 1 fucking bed. Are you kidding me?
I feel like I was like, we're like,
I
It's
felt like
so good.
I felt like my my innocence for life like came back a little bit.
Yes.
And so then she's like, 1 bed, and Rysand's like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on the floor. And she's like, you don't need to sleep on the floor, like that's ridiculous, like
mhm.
just sleep over on your side, I'll sleep on my side. And then they're like, fine, whatever. And then she's all shivering in the bed because it's like her hair's
so-
wet
yeah,
because
she was like,
she was in
"My
the
hair is
rain and it's cold. And Rysand's like, you're shaking the bed with your shivering. And she's like, I'm cold. And he's like, well.
And he goes, come here, baby.
Mhm.
And then they're slowly like inching close to each other, and then like,
Are you gonna say what happens?
Well, so they start like, favorite. Oh my.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
he's
it's
like,
so
and
sensitive.
he's like, stop. And she's like, I'll do it with 2 fingers now. And he's
He
like,
says it like
he's
that.
like, bae, stop.
Stop.
Babe,
fucking
stop.
stop.
I'm gonna get so horny.
Bae, I'm so fucking horny right now.
That's so funny.
Because he's like weird about his wings.
Well, the
He's-
wings are super, super sensitive, and this
Mhm.
is when Feyre's like discovering that they're really sensitive.
It's like a second piece.
Oh my god. True.
It's like
it is though.
It
It
is.
is.
That is so
So true.
weird. It's like just exposed. Like, okay, what about like if they're like outside and like someone like brushes their wing? Are they like, oh my god?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so like
Probably.
like it's so unprotected. Anyways, so they're in the bed
Mhm.
and Feyre was all cold and shivering, and Rysand's like, oh my god,
They're spooning.
I don't need to
They're
worry about that. Yeah, he's like, I'll help you.
I'll help you. Don't worry.
And then
And then they're like, Feyre's
He's-
like,
Well, he was like, "What do you want, Feyre?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "I want fun. I want a distraction." He's like, "Distraction will be," and then finger bang.
oh, you know what? She's like rubbing
Commences.
up.
She's
She's
rubbing
rubbing up
on
on
him.
him. He's touching her
Dick is
boobs.
hard.
She's squishing her boobs.
Yep.
Squishing, rubbing. I don't know. He's feeling up. He's feeling
Our
her up.
producer is going crazy.
Yeah.
He's feeling her up. She's like rubbing on him, and then she's like, "Ooh, I want a little fun." But she's also like, "I hope he only thinks that, like, or I hope that's what, like, what is it?"
Okay,
He
'cause-
basically says like, "I
'cause-
hope he can't like read me like a fucking book. Like, I actually love you, bitch, but I'm just
Right.
gonna say that because
Oh,
I'm
yeah, she-
scared."
Yeah, she like this means something to her.
Oh yeah, she just
Mhm.
doesn't
Yeah,
want to
she
admit it
likes him
because
and
she's
that.
like, I just want a distraction. I want fun. And then in her mind, she's like, I secretly hoping that he can see through the lie, but she just like doesn't want to admit it because they're
She
playing
doesn't
that
wanna s-
game. They've been playing that game since the jump.
I know there was a
Doesn't
really
want to say it first.
there was a really sweet part before the sexualness happened.
Yeah.
Finger banging, is that what you
Um,
referred?
Yeah, I don't know who she's
What is-
referring to. Is she still referring to Tim? What is
Did you
Wait,
call
what?
it finger banging?
Yeah, finger banging. That's what happened.
That's crazy.
There was,
there was no
crazy,
insertion.
Like
You're right. It was.
Like,
He
that's
fingered
such
her.
a crazy term. Finger
I
banging.
I know.
Well, I don't like fingering. That's just like gnarly
Fingering
to
is
me.
worse, I would say.
Yeah, so
I don't know what's
finger banging it
worse.
is, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
There was no insertion in this scene.
I mean, there was insertion of fingers.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. So, this part is so cute. Is she talking about
The
Tamlin?
finger banging?
No, hold on. No, hold on.
Oh my god, this part is literally so sweet.
Wait, hold on. Let me read it. It is so sweet.
the hand gesture that Jordan just did right now was crazy.
Do it again. I missed it. Dude, that's what he was doing to her.
No,
literally.
she would not have been.
Girl, she was. That's literally what
He
was
said
happening.
he was.
This?
He said he was
That's
going
literally
faster,
what he was
harder.
doing. Yeah.
Okay, you think you?
She started-
I think there was a little bit more grace to the situation.
then there
It's
was- okay, there
Rysand.
was.
Wait, hold on. Let me
The
read.
man knows what he's doing.
Let me
Okay,
read
sorry,
the
guys.
innocent part, and then
Okay,
we'll get
okay,
to the
okay.
fucking finger banging. Okay. So she's like, "Do you think I would go with him?" And if he grabbed me, and then he says, then I would have torn apart the world to get you back. Was this about Tamlin?
Yes.
No, if Lucian had grabbed her and like
took
tried
her-
to take
oh,
her.
Tried to take
Right.
her back. Yes.
That is so
And I
slay.
would have torn apart the world to get you back.
That's so cute.
And this is the part.
So
and she
would've.
still's like, oh, he doesn't like.
I know.
I know.
They're just in
babe.
denial.
Well, she doesn't want to say it first. How embarrassing if she was like, I
Honestly,
love you,
I
and he
feel
was like,
her.
you're just a friend, sorry.
Yeah, honestly,
You're
that's
just a friend.
she's just like me for real. Like same, Feyre. Okay. Okay.
The finger banging
part. No, I'm not gonna read the finger banging part.
Insertion on this episode.
So yeah.
Well,
Not yet.
not yet.
Don't worry.
Okay, so yeah, after like everything went down, she wants more. She wants
Oh,
more
yeah.
from this. She wants to bang.
Oh yeah.
But he,
Mhm.
oh, I loved when he was like, oh, I just want to touch you,
Oh,
and he was like,
yeah.
no,
Like
no, like this is just for me right now.
Sexy.
so
I'm
sexy.
so unwell. Okay.
Well, okay. Also, I want to say they didn't like do anything else because he was like, this isn't like the conditions because they were in like shabby little inn. Like
Yes.
he was like, it's not good enough. Like
Yeah, it couldn't accommodate the wings. So
Yes.
not
Yeah, I
on
thought
he was
it
like,
his
I
sexy
need more
bed.
than this.
Okay. He's like, I've
And
had a
just-
long time to think about how and where I want you. He said on tourists. And I have no intention of doing it all in one night or in a room where I came and fuck you against the wall.
That's the part
Sorry,
I was
guys.
talking
It took me a
about.
minute to find it because there's a lot happening in this page. But
That last sentence
yes,
literally had me like
S-
laying on the ground.
I know. Because
Okay.
the tension, because they didn't even bang yet.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
oh my,
My
God.
God.
When will it happen? The tension in this book is
It's
crazy.
crazy. It like was driving me insane.
Oh, me too.
Like I was like, oh my God,
Me
like this is
too.
literally lasting 1,000 years.
Sarah J Maas knows how to do tension
She
so
fucking does.
well.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah.
She
What?
be extending. She keeps us waiting.
She
Oh,
be,
yeah.
what's it called when you're putting it on? When you're like can't. You're like so-
Edging?
edging.
Oh,
She
yeah.
is the
She
queen
is.
of edging.
She really
Sarah J
is.
Maas is edging us?
She's
She
edging.
is edging us. Yes.
So fucking true.
Is that what you're saying?
So real.
Yeah. So good. Okay.
So after
All right,
this would
sorry.
be is that when do they show the queens?
This is so they get
The
attacked in
orb.
the air.
oh wait,
Yeah.
Rice is
oh,
poisoned, and
shit.
Feyre must find a cure. This part is
Oh, she like freaks out and is like, I need to capture the cereal
Yes,
to find
yes.
the cure to Ryson's poison arrows.
Yup.
Yep. So she captures cereal, answers, and she finds out the cereal says he has to drink your blood because of she has blood from like all the fucking
Well,
The
she
High
has
Lords.
the
Yeah.
healing powers of
The day court.
yes. Thank you, Jordan.
Yep. He also lets it slip that they are mates.
And she's fucking pissed
And
Mhm.
she's pissed and
because they also, find
Also-
out.
that Prythian's known for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Like he knows. And she's like, what?
Yeah, Cereal just dropped a bomb.
Mhm.
Cereal dropped
and then
a
and
bomb.
didn't they and then
No. No, he got
Or was that
away.
different?
That
Oh,
was
okay.
that's the next book.
Oh shit. Okay, cut that.
Cut
I
this
don't-
part.
It's a spoiler.
Okay, so anyway, so she
So this makes her so mad.
goes back to the cave and she nurses him back to health and then she's
Just
like
enough. Just enough.
listen
Yes,
to, oh yeah okay, so she basically is like, what the fuck, you are my mate and you've known, and he's like, wait, Feyre, you don't understand, and she takes him back, she
She
drops
carries-
him on the floor at the war camp, right?
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing Feyre carrying
Does she
So
either
crazy.
winnows or she she winnows him or something.
She flies back with him.
No
carrying
way,
him in her arms.
that would be hilarious.
You got me little baby.
Daddy's home.
Oh my gosh. But she drops him at the war camp in
yeah,
the mud.
she was like, fuck
and then
you.
she's like, bye. She literally does. She like throws him on the ground. She's like, fuck you. And then
He's all dirty.
Moore takes her to
She goes to House of Wind.
to the cabin.
He fucks off to the cabin.
to the
Oh,
cabin
wait,
in
sorry.
the middle of the
Yes, sorry, yes, the cabin.
mountains. Because she's like,
And
I need
does
to clear
weird
my
things.
head.
I hate what she does.
Yeah, I hate what she does too.
Oh,
I hate when her coping is
The
awful.
eyes,
The eyes.
dude.
dude.
She paints this cabin.
She paints literally like
the whole
they're
cabin.
like
It's so
500-year-old like family cabin. She just covers
she defames it.
with like paintings of all of their eyes staring at her.
So
I
fucking
know,
scary.
Which is so triggering about
I know.
Amarantha.
She painted Amarantha's
What?
eyes?
No, but the eye that Amarantha has.
Oh, Jurian's eye.
yeah.
Oh,
Literally, like Feyre's painting it.
so fucking
Well, just
true.
eyes, but you know what I
Oh,
mean?
the
Like the
correlation.
connection. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it was an interesting choice. I was
I
a
hate-
little bit
I
like
hated this.
cringing at this point reading this.
Yeah, and she's there for a long time,
Like
4
weeks.
yeah,
weeks.
like
Oh.
weeks.
I thought it was weeks.
I thought it was
and
I
then
thought it was quite a
Rysan's like
while.
trying to like talk to her, and she's like another week.
Is she seriously there?
Where
week?
she's like weeks.
Oh my
She's
god, that
there
was
for
like
a long
4
ass
days.
time.
Feyre is so dramatic.
She is
She
really,
is.
really dramatic.
It's like you're mad. Like she gets mad over the stupidest stuff. Like okay, the Tamlin thing, understandable, but you're mad that Rhysand is your mate, and
Girl-
he didn't want to tell you because he probably didn't want to be like, listen, I know you just left your old boyfriend, but what if you're my
What if like,
mate?
She should
were
be
married.
celebrating
Yeah.
because they just
Mhm.
had the spiciest night, and you get that forever.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't
Forever.
understand why. I was like so like just get over it. Like why are you like you would have been mad if he had bombarded you with oh you're my mate. You're like oh stop. Like
I know.
it was just
And poor Rhysand was probably freaking out the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
that's
'Cause-
just for him.
Well, wasn't okay. So during this time, I think Moore was bringing her like supplies and checking in with her.
Yeah.
So Rhysand knew that she was okay, but she just was like, I don't want to fucking talk to him until
So dramatic. So
he comes out there.
comes out there.
Like she says, fine, you
Sh-
can come and we can talk.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she really lovingly accepts it. Like there was such a flip. It was so dramatic, and then all of a sudden she was like, "I love you."
Well, I think she was like asking questions. She was a little like hesitant because she was still mad at him a little bit. So she was like, "So what is this mate thing?" And he's like, "Well, you have to offer me food to accept the mating bond." Because she was like making soup, and then she gives him the bowl of soup, which is literally I'm just thinking of it as the funniest like I don't know,
What?
like chicken noodle soup with the stars or something stupid. Or like,
It's like
alphabet
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs. Literally SpaghettiOs, canned ravioli, something gross. That's not really soup, but something like
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But she's like, huh, I just have to offer you food.
Yeah,
Okay,
they had
here."
it was really cute.
Yeah, but it was
Was
cute.
cute.
It was
But she
cute.
was
Wasn't
like,
she like if you love me
so-
then eat?
Yeah.
Gave him the
Yeah, she like
bowl.
sits in his lap, and they have like a beautiful moment,
Yeah.
and then they fucking
Oh, and
bang,
then
Yep.
and they go to
and they go
Pound Town
crazy
With a lot
the
of paint. Yep.
in the paint, which I thought was like
Are they rolling around on the walls? What's going
Yeah,
on?
they're on the table.
So
They're
they
on the
knock
Oh,
all
table.
the
yeah.
paint cans over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he be in his words, not mine. He be feasting on that coochie on the table.
I kinda like that.
In his words.
Well, he said it. Well,
Right, end quote.
yeah,
I be feasting on that coochie. End quote.
Yes.
no,
That's
no.
crazy.
Remember,
The 500-year-old Illyrian warrior.
I'd be feasting on that pussy. I remember it too.
That's crazy.
yeah. See, Jordan remembers. But
Okay.
no,
I must have
remember he was like,
read over
"I'm
that
gonna
part.
feast on you" or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh my
That
god,
was kind of cringy.
guys!
for
I just
me.
had a flashback of in the end. He literally, after he finger bangs her, sticks those fingers in his mouth.
Oh yeah, and then she's like,
Have they showered
"Holy
during all this?
dude.
Up, Jordan. Shut up!
Showers don't exist in this
they're
book.
always clean.
Well, bath.
They're
They took-
permanently clean.
They're permanently clean and
Okay.
sexy. Okay, we can't think about that right now.
I know.
I think they like actually I think Sarah J Maas does a good job of like being like they bathed and then they banged.
Yeah.
Unlike some other books.
Yup.
Okay. Oh, this is a crazy quote. Okay, so yeah, as I like said before, he be feasting.
Be feasting.
Okay.
He's hungry.
Knelt on those stars and mountains, inked on his knees. He would bow for no one and nothing but his mate, his equal.
Very sweet.
I thought it was cute. Jordan hates it.
No, I actually now that you're reading it back, I think I like it.
What the fuck? That was literally like an hour ago.
Certain points, again, I just wish she was more dom. That's all. Make her get on her knees.
Oh. Yeah.
Show a little control, but also
I
if
feel
there
like-
was a balance, I feel like he's always like worshiping her, which again is slay.
Right.
But I like a little dom sub action.
Yeah, no, and I feel that. I feel like maybe it's like his like. Finally, I don't have to. I can just lay there.
So true.
You know, like he's very like. I feel like that's his personality. Is like
He
take
just-
control of
Wait,
everything.
Feyre's a
I
pillow
think
princess?
he just wants to. Yeah, he just wants to like. He just wants to like.
It's a sensual, loving lover.
Yeah, he just wants to make her feel good. Like she's in charge. He's the sub, honestly.
He is a sub.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Some
Honestly,
people need that.
so true.
That's what I was
Farrah
saying. He needs it in his
that.
life. He needs that balance.
Yeah, he
So true.
does.
Because he's all like highest. He's all like you know, most powerful High Lord in the world, and like, you know, maybe the most powerful High Lord in the world is also a sub.
He needs to get
Yeah.
on his knees.
Yep.
Oh, so opposite of Tamlin, who's like totally a misogynist. You know,
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Rhysand's a feminist. Real feminists
is.
get down on their knees
Yes.
for women.
For women.
Yes, they
and do
feast
it
on
right now if you're a
coochie.
feminist.
And feast
Feast
on
on Real
Yup.
feminists.
Yeah.
If they want to.
if they want to. If that's yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is a slight part. She literally orgasms when he says "I love you."
Oh, that's
That literally
Liz.
set her over the edge.
Ew.
This is just
That was slay.
That's actually kind of
this
sweet.
that
is
is, like,
such like twin flame
like,
energy.
so,
Aw.
like, that is like really. Yeah,
This
that's-
is like soul connection.
I
Oh,
love
it
that.
is,
No,
it
I actually
is.
I loved the smut in this book.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
I
Of course.
I do. I think the whole scene was great. The soup thing was
can't
kind
read
of
it.
strange. Like parts of the whole, I don't love the term mate. I like the idea of being somebody's like twin flame, but I don't like the word mate for some reason. And I also don't like the like, oh, you have to give your mate food. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
Okay,
very misogynistic.
it's very of me.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, Jordan,
Like
you're
that
being so
comment,
fucking
like-
misogynistic.
No,
right
like
now.
she has to like feed him.
She has to cook
like
for
you know
him?
what I mean? It's
very
just,
thought it was
animal.
cute.
no, I
Very
think it's cute
animalist.
too, but I feel like at the core it's a little bit
Yeah,
misogynistic.
yeah, but
Very
like it-
patriarchal.
So true.
you know, it works for me.
Yeah, totally. Oh, so okay, I can't read this whole thing because it literally starts with like release tore through my body. Like,
Well.
but I love this part. It's so cute. Should I just read it?
Just read it.
Read it.
It's. If my family is listening, please don't.
Don't
Okay.
listen, family. Get the
Yes.
heck
the hell
off
outta
of
here.
here.
Okay. Release tore through my body, and he pounded into me hard and fast,
Whoa.
drawing out my pleasure
Hell
until
yeah.
I felt and saw and smelled that bond between us.
Smell.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I know,
What
what
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
Hold on. This goes back to the no shower.
Stay with me. Stay
No,
with
okay,
me.
okay,
Stay
okay,
with
okay.
me, guys.
I'm
Come
focused.
on.
I'm
Okay,
focused.
Okay. Yeah. Until our scents merged, and I was his, and he was mine. We were the beginning and middle and the end. We were a song that had been sung from the very first ember of light in the world.
Aw.
That's very sweet.
I thought it was cute.
That's
This
sweet.
is
So
like
it was
this is
like
soulmate energy.
it was
It
yeah,
is.
yeah,
They're
them like
soulmates.
finally like their bond was like coming to completion.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
A
pretty
little bit.
and pretty much. Oh yeah. Did we talk about the paint?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
The paint's just everywhere at this point.
The
They
paints.
take a hot, sexy bath. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
They be fucking for days.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in the cabin, right?
Yeah,
Don't they like,
like
not
the
leave?
mate frenzy or whatever he calls it. When
Yeah.
they just like he becomes like very territorial. They just be fucking
yeah, this
for days.
As they
this
should.
is a thing.
And-
Doesn't like someone else say something about like the mate frenzy like in the beginning
When
where
they
they're like
Come
Oh,
back. I
yeah.
think Cassian and Asriel are
Cassian.
always like. I probably Cassian. Asriel will be he'd be mute, which love that. But
Azrael is
He'd
a
be
little bit of a
nonverbal.
he'd
mute.
be nonverbal, and I love that. I think that's
Nonverbal
so
king.
sexy.
Dude, that is my man.
That
That right
man
there
just doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Doesn't say a word.
Just looks
Just-
sexy in the
just stand
corner.
there sexily.
Yes, and just be
Sexily.
like brooding.
Yeah, and
Oh,
just like
and just,
fucking
like,
rippling abs
mysterious
and like
and
the
just-
shadows.
yeah.
Oh my! Don't even get me started, Azrael.
yeah.
We got
Shadow
look-
singer.
Mm-hmm. So
love him.
sexy. I think Cassian kind of like jokes around because like, ugh, okay. I don't know if this mentions it. Actually, I won't say anything. Just kidding. Keep going.
Okay, what I was gonna say, I did not like this part personally. They're in the bath at one point and they're like whispering sweet nothings to each other. I don't even know. They're just
Yeah.
like being so lovey-dovey. She starts glowing.
I kind of
Huh?
love that. It
Started
shows
glowing?
her powers from the day court,
I
right?
know, but I just like I don't
Or
know.
Oh,
the
yeah.
wait, day court, summer court. Yeah, day court. She's glowing. I love
didn't-
that.
He was like, at least I'm I know my mate's happy because she glows.
But she starts glowing more and more, right? So
I don't
it's
know. I just like I for some reason didn't like that.
she's slaying.
I was
She
like,
slays.
I don't know. All right.
Interesting. I don't really remember that.
So yeah, they be fucking.
Yup.
All right.
And then they go back to the real world where there's fucking war
To their dismay.
happening.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did they fuck on the wall finally?
Probably.
Because
Let's
that
be
was
real.
like he like promised.
That was his. Yeah, that like.
I think they moved from table to wall.
Yeah.
Did they?
I think they did it all.
They did it all.
Yeah, they did everything.
Every surface of that house is covered in cum and paint.
Yep. Literally.
Is it not?
Oh my god, that's too Oh my god, I'm literally crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We lost her, guys.
I mean, it's true.
I know it's like crazy. Okay.
Do you think his cum glitters though? Sparkles?
Stop.
'Cause it's-
You gotta
okay,
stop.
I'm done.
Wait, because it. Why would it glitter and
Because
sparkle?
I don't know. Because
Because
it's
he's
like
made of the stars.
Yeah, because he's made of the stars.
Or maybe
That would be so slay.
it's like
Oh my
silver
God.
Yes.
and like glittery.
that would be so
Oh,
slay.
that's
I
nasty.
can't.
Much
Okay.
to think about. Much to think about with that.
Okay.
Consider.
Okay, they go back to the real world because
Okay.
shit's going down.
Oh my god, I'm literally crying.
And at this point, do they show the queens? I keep going back to the crystal ball, guys. I'm sorry, but do they go?
You love that crystal ball.
I love that
Okay.
crystal ball. I'm sorry.
Okay, so they hear back from the queens and they refuse to give the other half of the book.
but they.
But one queen
Right.
does sneak it to them.
So this was after they showed. They were like, okay, now we see proof.
Yeah.
So they meet up in person, right? They show them the crystal ball. They were like, okay, he's like, here's Valeris. I've literally sacrificed so much to hide this city from the world, but this is so serious that I'm willing to sacrifice my people and my biggest secret to like save the whole fucking world, basically. The whole land, not world. But and then they're like, oh yeah, I guess that place is real, but we're gonna be fucking lying bitches and not give you the book. But then yeah, the youngest queen, right? The youngest queen leaves the book
Yes.
for them.
Yes. And
Which is slay.
then Cassian vows protect the
Mm-hmm. And there's a
Love
little
that. Okay. Back home, Amryn finally decodes the book. Finally. That took so long.
Literally. Like,
I
while
remember-
everything else was going on, she's just like
Yes.
studying.
I mean, Feyre was in that fucking cabin for how long?
yeah.
Long.
Doesn't she speak the language? She speaks it, but she's also like, this does not make any sense.
Right.
Yeah,
'cause
it
she,
takes
I
so
think she
long.
hasn't spoken it in so long that she's like
Um,
rusty and like needs to like.
Oh, and she
reference
thinks
stuff.
that I think at this point they figure, oh, maybe this book can also help her get home because she's basically trapped in this human body. She's like some
Yes,
other
this was-
entity, and this book might not only be able to help them control the cauldron, but also send her back to her people because she's like, what the hell? I'm tired of being a freaking person.
All right, this part was crazy. Hybern army takes Valeris. Remember they like
Yes.
broke through.
Yes.
This part was sad.
Ooh.
I remember like the bakery. There was like she was at the bakery or something.
Bakery. And isn't this when she kills the adder?
Yes,
from
they
the
like
sky.
are fighting in the
Yes.
sky. They
And
drop.
the water wolves
Oh
my
yeah,
Remember
God.
that? I
she
forgot about
makes
this.
water wolves
She,
with like the power of the freaking.
from the river, right? And like uses them to
Yeah.
like attack the adder, and then she fucking is in the sky like tumbling with the adder, like then stabs him in the heart or
Mhm.
whatever, and
Yeah, because the
That part is
queen
so
betrayed
badass.
them.
yep.
But then she drops. So the young queen was trying to help them. The older queens, betrayed them But
Yeah.
the freaking Hybern army dropped the young queen, right? Her dead body, or she was
Right,
beheaded or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Wasn't she on a pole?
Yeah, remember they
Oh,
like spiked her through with the
Yes.
pole.
Jesus Christ.
So they're
yes.
like, yeah, this is gonna happen if you try to
Jeez.
help. If you try to go against us, we're gonna murder you. But the part where she was fighting the adder was so slay. I was just like, oh my god,
yeah,
what's
part
gonna
was
happen?
good. So yeah, inner circle holds them off. Rice puts protective ward back in place. They sneak into Hybern.
Oh wait, but so the plan before they snuck into Hybern, though, the reason because Amryn like found this what, like a basically they were like, okay, Feyre, you need to go and touch the cauldron. And
Oh yeah.
what does touching the cauldron do, guys? I can't remember. It's I don't know. Basically, they need to like stop the cauldron or take over the cauldron. Something. They need to like anyway, that doesn't I mean it matters, but I can't remember. So they need to get in there, say this spell, touch the cauldron, so it's like everybody's going in, right? Everyone is there.
I think so.
And they're sneaking in and they're like do, 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 do. And they find
Yeah.
the cauldron, but Feyre goes into this trance when she gets near it. Like
when
she
touches
can't
it.
she can't even say the spell that she's supposed to say. And then the big reveal happens of frickin' do you want you want to
Did
take
you
over?
set me up again?
No, I wasn't. I can't. I'm like, I'm remembering, but I'm also like, you have notes, so I feel like
Okay,
it will be more
They
smooth.
sneak
if
into
you say
Hybern
first.
and nullify cauldron. Feyre must touch and speak spell.
Okay. Then she fails.
And it's found out that Tamlin sold them out.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, once she's put in this trance, they basically capture them, and they have Azriel with like an ash arrow to his throat, and they're like, nobody fucking move. And the King of Hybern comes out, and Tamlin comes out, and Lucian comes out, and they also have
Fucking sisters.
Nesta, Elaine, and Ianthe's there too. And Tamlin basically was like, oh, I told the King of Hybern I would help him if he got you back. And also Ianthe sold out Nesta and Elaine because oh my gosh. So the King of Hybern is working with the Mortal Queens, and they were basically like, yeah, we will help you tear down this wall and enslave humanity if you can make us like Fae, basically. And so Ianthe brought Nesta and Elaine to show the queens that it's safe to turn into Fae and that they'll be okay. And so the King of Hybern throws Nesta and Elaine into the cauldron, and they are screaming. They are fighting. This part was so intense. They're screaming, like especially Nesta. Elaine was, Elaine's Elaine. She's a wilty little flower. She is thrown in pretty easily. Nesta's like,
yeah,
and then
Nesta's
she's
clawing.
like pointing at the King of Hybern as she goes into the cauldron. It's really scary. And then they pop out in their beautiful, sexy fae. And then Lucian is like, oh my God, Elaine, you're my mate. And Elaine's like, what the fuck? Get away from me, weirdo.
The bomb drop too.
That was
like
great.
Like so much was happening,
wait.
and then like Lucian's like, hold up,
Yeah.
you're my mate.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, get off the floor, girl. You're coming with me.
Also,
You're my
But
new
she's
wife.
not.
Come on.
guys, what are the odds of like so many mates in one room?
No, I know.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Much to think about.
It is
so
because
much to think about.
Well, there's only
yeah.
2 sets.
I know, but
Sarah J Maas is like, oh, it's so rare to have a mate, blah blah blah. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
yet
Apparently not.
But this little
most
group of people, there's
have
a lot.
mate
Apparently.
know.
so far. It's like seems to kind of be popping up a lot, and I'm like,
Yes, popping up a lot.
interesting. Yeah, interesting.
It is quite interesting. And also part of me is like, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about the mate because like Feyre and Rhysand love each other, but Lucian and Elaine are like basically strangers. And so Elaine's like, I mean, nothing's really happening at this point, but they're strangers. They don't love each other yet.
Yeah.
And also it hasn't. Elaine is just like so overwhelmed. She's like, what the fuck's happening? I'm
Yeah.
a Fae. What the hell? Why does it only snaps in for one person and then the other person, or like, I don't know.
It's just,
Yeah, I don't know.
Much to think about.
I think it's something that like you have to accept for you to know.
Why does
that
it
it's
snap
there,
in
you know?
so fast for somebody like Lucian? This is the first
Yeah.
time he's seeing Elaine ever,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, that's my mate." Like what? Like nothing needed to really
well,
snap
Rhysand
in.
knew immediately with Feyre.
Yeah,
right?
but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Why does it snap in?
maybe
for
the
one
men
person?
just like know, and the women are
It's
like,
the
hee hee hee. We don't have
It's
no
the
idea.
primal primitive blood inside their bodies.
So true. Like, does the what
So
they
true.
need to? Well, yeah, I guess the lady needs to accept the bond. I don't know. I'm like, my
I don't know.
wheels are turning.
Okay, so after all this happens, Feyre, without anyone knowing, was using magic and binds them so the crew can escape from
Right.
Hybern,
Well,
right?
do you want to talk about the fact that Hybern thinks he broke the bond?
Oh yes.
Oh well, yeah.
This part was so sad.
Well,
Before
Feyre
they
acts
escape.
like she has amnesia.
Oh, yes. I think at
She
this
plays,
point-
she has a little acting moment.
Yeah, she does. Well, I feel like she realizes at this point that she needs to like make a move, or they're all gonna go down.
Yes,
Like
yes,
they're all gonna like.
She's a mortar. Is that the right term?
Martyr.
Yeah.
Mortar.
That's funny.
Sorry. She's a martyr. So, she's like pretty much being like, Tamlin, take me back.
Yeah. She's like, oh my
she's
god,
like-
like Rysand did this to me.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like, Tamlin,
because
please.
she's like, yeah, if I don't do this, we're all gonna die right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's thinking about the inner circle. Rysand, I think at first was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then he was like, oh wait,
Yeah.
she's got this under control.
Mm-hmm.
And
They-
I was like, why do we have the same screensaver?
I'm fucking around with your phone over here.
Oh no.
I was like, we have the same one. Okay, sorry. So she makes Tamlin believe that she is going to the spring court. That she like wants to go to the spring court.
Yeah, and
And then
they break the so the King
This
of
part
Hybern
broke
breaks
my
the
heart.
bond,
oh,
the like
mate bond.
not the mate bond, but the
Oh, do they not know they're mates?
they do
No,
know
they
their
do.
mate. No,
They-
nobody else knows their mates except for everybody from the Night Court.
It's like hiding
But-
pregnancy.
Everybody in the room.
Yeah, everybody in the room except for Tamlin, Lucian, and the King of Hybern.
Right.
And
my
so-
God. oh,
So
yeah.
Feyre actually is like, please break this bond for me. And so he
Yeah.
breaks the agreement that she has to go spend a week every month
Yes.
forever.
But it didn't.
So he breaks.
because it made us think
They
that
thought it was the mating bond, but it actually was just the bond of the week.
right. Because I remember I was heartbroken.
Because
Wait,
they
what?
were like, oh yeah, and then the
Mhm.
bond snapped.
Yes.
They
Yes.
made us the readers.
made
think.
us the
they made
readers.
us
I
think.
thought, oh my
And
god, I
I
thought you meant that
literally-
everybody. Oh my god, okay. I'm
This
sorry, I was
is probably the
confused.
most heartbreaking part of the series for me. I was like,
No,
oh
I
my
thought I was
fucking
literally
God.
tearing
Yeah.
up again. I was
I
like,
was so sad. I think I cried in this moment too.
it was so.
It
fucking
was
sad.
so. I was
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me? Because they finally just agreed to be mates,
I know.
and they had this sexual night,
Mhm.
Yeah.
days,
Mhm.
days, and finally they were together, and then done.
I don't think I believed it as much. I was like, there's no
I
way.
believed it.
I believed
There's
it too,
no
and
way.
I
I
was
fell
so
into the trap.
I was like,
upset.
I was
so
so
upset.
sad. I was so sad.
So basically, Farrah's going to the spring court. I think
This
this.
part's so. I love.
I
This
don't
part.
know how the rest of them got like the King of Hybern was like bye. No, so she. How did they get away?
I think
Well,
that-
the King of
whatever.
Hybern was like satisfied with breaking the bond
Yeah.
So he was
between
like,
them, so he like basically let Rice and
you guys
Let them
can
Cassian
go
and
home.
Let
Azriel
them
like
go.
winnow away, and then Feyre went with Tamlin to the fucking spring court, right?
And Nesta and Elaine went with Cassian, Azriel, and Rhysand. But I don't think it says that at the end because I think
So
anyway, they're going their separate ways.
so then it's revealed that the mental and mating bond is still there.
Yes.
Thank
Because
God.
only the bargain bond was fucking broken. Thank
Mhm.
God. I was screaming, crying, throwing up. Yeah, Crew escapes back home with Book with the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
But now the sisters are in Feyland.
Yes.
Well, they're fairies, so they have to be. Rice prepares for war. He is not happy. His mate is in the spring court, but now this is so. Feyre is in the spring court, gonna take it down.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, she's working
My
from the
sister
inside.
texted me after she read this part. She's like, "I'm ready for Feyre to take that shit down." And I'm like, "Yeah, you
Mhm.
are."
Yeah.
Yep.
Feyre's literally like, it's about to drop a nuke.
Yep. And then the way this book ends, Feyre goes to the spring court, but little do they know that she was made Lady of the Night Court the night before.
Yep. The last.
And we didn't even know that as a reader.
No. The
So
last
good.
line. Can I read the last line
Yes,
of the book?
read the last line.
Oh my God.
So
It would be an
freaking
honor for you to
good.
read the last line.
Okay, and so the last line is, and so Tamlin unwillingly led the High Lady of the Night Court into the heart of his territory.
Oh, it's so good.
So slay. Oh, so good.
The wolf cry.
That's how I feel. Well, I'm a werewolf, so transforming.
So slay.
So good. So now she's in the spring court and she's
Mhm.
gonna take that bitch
Mhm.
down.
And
I remember being like,
I know.
I need to fucking start the next book right now.
God,
oh
this-
yeah.
This book is
Literally
Oh,
5
yeah.
out of 5.
5 out
Oh,
of 5
yeah.
for sure. This was so
Incredible.
good because I did not like the first one that much. I didn't get it, and then I read this book and I was like, I'm in.
I enjoyed the first book a lot, but this book was so good. I have never read another book that was like so much shit happened in one book, and
Yep.
at the end of it, I was like, I need to start the next one today.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I usually
Oh, yeah.
do. Like, if I finish a book, I'll give myself the rest of the day to let think about it, let my brain clear, and then start the next book the next day or a couple days or whatever. But this, I was like, oh shit, I
Mhm.
want to know what happens like right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll cover the rest on the next episode. But you guys said 5-star.
It was
5 stars.
5 stars.
Literally 5
Yeah.
star. Honestly,
So good.
nothing that I didn't like.
Same.
Like,
Same.
it was literally perfect. Like, I flew through this.
Me too.
And 95% of the time, I was like squealing to myself.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
and
good.
like, Rise, oh my God, you're so sexy.
I
Mhm.
love
Kinda just-
Ryzen.
Floating clouds of.
This was my first taste of the smut poison.
And
And
smut poison
and
that
I
rots your
have
brain.
never been the same since.
You know
so
what?
true. This
It'll
book
do that to you.
changed you.
This book changed me in ways I cannot explain.
I know. And I remember telling you, I was like, just,
Yeah,
just get through the first one.
I know. And then I was
I was like, I promise it's.
that's why the Court of Nightmares horror scene, that's why it changed me so deeply.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh,
You're
I
like,
get
wait
it.
a minute.
yeah, changed
This is
woman.
something else entirely.
Yeah, changed woman.
It's-
Kinks are different now, honey.
Mhm. See, you loved the Court of Nightmares scene, but don't you agree that the bedroom scene should be more like
Kinky.
Dom sub?
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm also a sucker
I'm-
for fucking making love.
That's true. I am,
I'm a romantic
lover
baby.
girl.
I am a lover girl.
and I love the
You're a-
smut. I think it's
You're
perfect.
a raunchy.
Jordan's like, no love.
Did we tell?
I want the BDSM.
Well, we said this at the last one. Well, it's
I'm-
fine. It's fine. Let's wrap this one up, and then we'll talk off camera. Anyway, so
She doesn't want me to say it again.
yeah, we already mentioned the last episode.
I know, but we didn't tell Dahlia.
Yeah, you
okay.
never told me.
We
I
can
know
do it
why.
And you know,
Can we
we're
really
gonna
not
do
and
it
I
say
still
it?
want to know.
Can we really not say it on the podcast?
Executive decision?
guys, thank you so much for
Yes.
listening. You've been listening to Mystic Maidens. We will cover A Court of Wings and Ruin next episode.
Yes.
So thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.